buddy. I'm not pissing off at
Hi.
all. He says, shh. All right.
Well, that was fun.
No clue why it does it.
I
Put
don't
the
know.
earbuds in, kills the audio. Get her in a herring.
I had
And
that
there's no.
problem a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's
and it
the
just this. It's the what?
the chip the government put in your head is interfering with the earbuds.
Yeah,
it.
they didn't have chips when I was born. So let me see.
Well, Chips was on in the 70s.
Yeah, that came around in 77, 76,
I
77.
don't know.
Yeah, I was still in high school because I was thinking, oh, there's chips. Oh, that's what Los Angeles looks like. That's where I'm going to be going to college. Yeah, bullshit. Okay, what the heck? Share.
Gizmo says hi.
I guess no.
Hi, Gizmo.
I guess.
Oh, nice.
Gizmo says what?
So I dug up my guitar and I was messing around just a little bit and I hit a D minor chord and Giz just started weeping.
Oh. They weep when something hurts their ears.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I found a preset on your pedal that does a wah thing automatically, so I didn't need the pedal to get the sound.
Ah,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I got that taken care of. I
I have,
Go ahead.
I have a fake. It's an amp, but it looks old school and it has a orange LED buried way deep in it so that it looks like it's got tubes glowing. And it sounds all right, but it's got a bunch of different sounds, but everything always sucks with effects for me. I just want a little bit of delay, very, very slight distortion. That's about it.
Most of them you can tweak them. You can turn down the drive, different things. I really miss my Korg pedal. I still have it, but it just barely works. I think I'm lucky to get like one sound on it. I wish I knew somebody that could fix it, because I spent years presetting those, tweaking those sounds when I was with Treble Clef. I mean, years doing it. So, kind of means a lot to have that one. But oh, what can you do? We manage. Actually, I was telling them, Steve, earlier this year, I did a Beatles thing. It was the Wet Spot episode, and I did a song about it. Like improv'd it, and I decided to make it into a real song.
Little Beato's wet spot.
Oh yeah, the song isn't called Wet Spot, but it was originally done like that for a joke. But
Oh,
let me hear a little tiny bit of it.
yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
You got your musicians thing on to hear it?
Yeah, tell me if you hear this. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. Anyway, that's a little bit of it.
Yay.
Thank you.
That sounds like that.
Yeah, I just kind of started it. I'm kind of doing. I've got 6 songs going now, and they're all kind of silly ones.
I dig the beat.
Oh, thank you. And going kind of toward a Beatles thing with it. Um, but I mean, that's kind of how it originated. But I'm just kind of doing silly stuff right now because um, I find that when I start a new project, I kind of have to break myself in, and then with luck, I'll get a stride, and when I get a stride, that's when I'll put all the like the real groovy ones I've been coming up with, you know.
Nice.
Scott Chuck's in chat, but he's not in
Yeah, I don't know what's
the
wrong with him.
show.
Gotcha.
Weird.
Just use the latest link.
Use the force.
Because I had to stop and start the call because Zoom is a piece of shit.
God's chalk. Use the force.
Where's Allie?
Oh, is she supposed to be here tonight?
More overtime now.
Huh.
Doing more overtime.
She still work for Kia?
No,
she was
she
working
works
that
on
for a
some
long time.
life insurance bullshit thing.
Yeah.
She
Oh.
works from home, which yeah, because she doesn't have a car anymore either, and so she works from home, but she's doing insurance crapola. I guess she could do it. It just did not work for me.
I hate to cold call people, but
Is that what
I
she
guess-
does?
Hell, I don't think so. I think she just answers calls. I think.
So, Darren knows the story, but so I bought a tunic on Etsy, and the thing kind of looked nothing like it did in
course.
the picture, you know. It was like $200, like $216 when it was all done, and it was the wrong color because I told him it'd have to be blue. It can't be green because I said because of my drow costume, and she said it's blue. So it sends it to me and it's green, and it looks like shit. It looks like something from Party City, and it came with this belt that was basically like a little strip of fabric with a ring on it. It doesn't even look like it would support anything. It's just stupid, and so I told her I can't use it. It's not blue. This, and she says, "Oh, apologies, this and that. I'll have my tailor, get with my tailor." And then, later on, a few days later, she says that she's making a blue one. And, it took me a month to get the first one, probably because it's going from China. And so I kind of gave it another month. And then I said, Etsy's kind of asking me how my order's doing. And I was kind of giving you the benefit of the doubt. And then finally she says, oh, it's shipped. So in like another 2 weeks happened. And I finally said, do you have like a tracking on this? I haven't received it yet. Nothing. And finally I said, after a few days, I said, can I just get my money back? I haven't worn it. It's still folded. I could just send it back to you. Nothing. So last week I looked and it was just a few days out of my window to dispute the charge on. And then I went to Etsy and they've got like a thing where you can dispute it with Etsy. And I was just outside their window too. And boy, I was seeing red. I was spitting nails. So I got a hold of their chat bot and told them the situation. And the chat was like, well, sorry, but you're out of the window. And I said, you're no help at all. I said, I just said that you're all a bunch of thieves. And it said, hold on, let me get you with an agent. So I talked to an agent for about a half hour, spilled my coffee all over my mouse and deactivated the mouse and I had to get a new one. And but they gave me a one-time courtesy refund. So I got the money back. So isn't that nice? So,
It's a happy ending.
yeah.
Wait, that doesn't sound right. Never mind.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with that thing. I still have it folded. I haven't even put it on or anything. We thought about dyeing it. But the Terry Summer drow from the movie, I looked at his tunic was green, but he had a lot of gold accents and different things on it. So I don't know. But, whatever.
So did I hear you guys went to the Fanboy Expo?
Yeah, we went Saturday.
Was that was in Orlando?
Yes, sir.
Did you see Kate Mulgrew?
No, was that Janeway?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but when Wendy gets here, we'll do a rundown of the weekend like we always do.
Okay, because I'm going to Tampa Con on Saturday.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I didn't see her, but my costume malfunctioned, so I didn't see a lot.
Oh.
It was kind of miserable. Make a long story super short. for Darren and I. I think Wendy, she got off kind of okay, but we'll talk about it when she gets here.
Yeah.
But I really do want to go to Bartow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Bartow too.
Oh, are you? If Gottschalk's going too, because I thought Johnny Whitaker was going to be at this one, but I didn't see him, and he's supposed to be at Bartow.
I thought he was on the list for maybe. Okay, maybe it was Bartow then. I thought it was Tampa.
Who knows? Maybe that's why I couldn't find him. Maybe he wasn't there.
Well, maybe I think it is. I think he is going to be at Bartow because Vicky and I were looking at that the other day.
Yeah, I saw he's going to be at Bartow. For those who don't know, Johnny Whitaker played Jody on Family Affair and played the redhead kid on Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Family Affair is the first place I saw him.
I wonder, Johnny would be, if I do see him, I'll have to tell him about Saturdalia and that Rob ended up turning into him.
Did girl that played Buffy and that she passed away a while back, a long time ago, didn't she?
Oh, like in 76.
Wasn't she like a
She was
teenager
17
still?
or 18.
Yeah,
like
she was
17 or 18.
Really
drug
bad.
related?
Yeah, really bad OD.
Oh, geez.
Her parents mistreated her. They talked to Brian Keith about it stuff, and he said that she was always so well behaved and everything that they really had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. And
So she was like an abused child or something, or
yeah, kind of typical of. I don't know if she was physically abused, but
that just seems like the regular thing that happen. I'm not but a lot of Hollywood children,
yeah,
Hollywood stars. Danny
Yeah,
Bonaducci, he
it's
got
a
the
shitty
crap beat out of him.
life. It's a shitty life.
yeah, because you're the breadwinner for the family, and then the siblings and the classmates, everyone's jealous of you. It's
Oh yeah, especially
Well,
Danny Bonaducci's dad. He was just so jealous.
yeah.
Which is weird. It's like, you're a kid. You should be proud of him.
I know,
But,
you
it
would
goes
think.
back forever. Like Jackie Coogan. He was a little child actor, and he was in a bunch of movies with Chaplin and all that shit. And his parents just, they gave the money to his parents. Parents just spent it.
Yeah.
I know there's some kind of organization that protects child stars from
Yeah,
corrupt
it's
parents.
called the Jackie Coogan Law.
That okay, and that protects child actors.
Yeah, at least
Okay,
financially. At least it requires. that
Because the Brady kids, they don't get any money. I don't think they ever got any residuals.
Well, should they?
I think they should.
They made like $250,000 a season, something like that. Why do they have to keep,
I don't think they made that much from what I
well,
heard.
the equivalent,
Well, but
adjusted for inflation. They made pretty good deal. I mean,
But back then-
Jan was able to invest save what she made and buy a, multi-million-dollar, or she at least sold her house for millions of dollars.
which means you probably paid 20 G's for it.
well, how was
Probably.
that? I thought
Just
the
the way
Brady
it is.
actors were talking about they didn't see a dime, or was I thinking of Gilligan's Island's actors?
Probably
it's just when
Gilligan's Island. Yeah, because
when it
they
gets-
usually got their choice of either, do you just want the money up front, or do you want a cut of the show? And most people, they just want the money up front.
Yeah, well,
Did you
the
ever hear
long term.
that? I've heard that Mrs. Howell, what was her name?
Natalie Schaefer.
Natalie Schaefer,
Yeah.
that she was basically told by her agent that the show didn't have a chance, but it would give her a chance to go to Hawaii for the audition. So she just decided to do that. And then it's like when she was at some luncheon and got the news she got the job and just burst out crying because she didn't expect to get it. But then she grew to love it, once she was in it. But
Well, she was already a millionaire anyway.
Was she?
and her wife,
Her husband.
yeah.
It's mostly her husband's money.
Was she married to a man? Well, you said her wife.
You have to
I'm like,
ask that damn question nowadays. Natalie Schaefer was born in 1900, so
I guess,
she was 64 when that show started, and she didn't. She never told anybody her age. She wanted to do was don't tell anybody how old I am, and then until I die, and then everybody's going to go, "Oh my god!"
so she's the age we are now.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
goodness.
that was older back then.
Yeah.
Hey, got shut. Yeah, there's on my timeline for the precious moments. There's one of Putt, kind of when he was kind of sick, but he was kind of slurring, and he was telling how Mr. Howe used to take advantage of the women uh, on the show or whatever. And we're like, what? Really? What happened? He says he'd all take him for a night out of the town, and then say he forgot his wallet.
Jim Backus did that.
It was just a Putt joke, but it was funny.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah, because Jim Backus is, at least his reputation is one of the nicest guys in Hollywood back then.
Yeah, well, he
'Cause he
didn't
was
say
a-
Jim Backus. He just said Mr. Howe. So,
Oh, okay. Well,
I still
Mr. Howe
love
couldn't
that,
take it anymore.
I still like that Jim Backus blooper we have. It's hilarious.
Oh, it's so fun. I'll sell this piece of shit. And and then you used to use that as a drop, was Jim Backus as the genie on that Bugs Bunny. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
here.
here.
It's
Oh,
too
yeah.
good to be true.
oh, was that
Yeah,
him?
I think that really.
Yeah.
I think that really was him. I think they got him.
It does
to do
sound like him. I'm here. I'm here.
They got him in the bathtub or whatever, and he summoned him when he was taking a bath.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a good show. I hear that Coyote versus Acme isn't doing great, but that Catch Up Entertainment might make its money back if it does good streaming or whatever. But it got their name on the map, which is good. But they said
No,
if Warner Brothers had kept it or whatever, and they put all the money behind it, then they would have been swimming in debt with it right now. But I heard it's a good movie. I haven't heard anyone say
I've
it's
heard
bad.
both. I've heard it both ways. That it's actually very good, and then oh my god, it's the worst piece of shit. So I don't know.
Oh, really?
Okay, here's that sound clip. See if that's him.
I'm here. It's too good to be true.
It does sound like him.
I don't. How could it be anybody else?
Yeah, that's
That
just.
that would be either the best vocal impression I've ever heard, or it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
him.
Oh, that's got to be, yeah.
There's some YouTube channels that dissect the Bugs Bunny cartoons and this like give you like all the information behind it and stuff. And I don't know.
Oh, wait, there's a longer clip that says George. George, what is this? Oh, that's the whole clip.
I'm here. Let the bells ring out and the banners fly. Feast your eyes on me. It's too good to be true, but I'm here.
That is him.
Yeah, it's got to be him because I really doubt it's Mel Blanc who would have probably done it otherwise.
Because it's labeled as Jim Backus here. I could have done wrong. But
Yeah, because he was kind of the voice of my childhood between, Hogan's Island or whatever the hell it was, and Mr.
Hogan's
Magoo and the Western Airlines. The only way to fly. You remember him on that one?
I don't remember him on Western Airlines. Maybe that was before my time.
But
Well, he was
you
the
remember-
little penguin thing. Not a penguin. It was like a
Pelican?
pelican that would sit on the tail of the airplane, and he would be, "It's the only way to fly."
Oh, that sounds more familiar.
But you remember the
those
blooper.
aren't pickles? What?
What pickles? He did a pickle commercial?
No, but there was another pelican that did pickle
Oh,
commercials.
okay. Oh, this Tony remembers this. This is that classic 27-second blooper for Jim Backus.
This is Jim Backus for Levy's Lazy Boy Shop. For years, you've identified me with.
I can't believe. Number one, I ordinarily do not read this kind of shit. However, that's no excuse for being a total up and a screaming incompetent. Turn it on. I'm going to sell this piece of shit if it's the last thing I do.
Come out of the
No,
record.
the file I had was not censored. That's Steve's censored.
Yeah, I did
radio
that for the
version.
show.
Yeah.
What are you?
I-
Hamilton G Hamilton or something?
It's just a habit I've got of censoring things on the show. You
No,
know.
that's
Yeah.
okay, Steve. We fucking appreciate it.
Yeah. Guys, damn
so
right.
Speaking of which, Gottschalk, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You look like Princess Leia, Gottschalk.
Thank you. That's
You
the look
like-
I was
yeah,
going
you-
for.
Yeah, Yeah, you need the Cinnabon headphones.
Yeah.
Should get those.
I wonder if they have Princess Leia headphones.
We almost saw that Druish princess, but she was one of the ones that was never at her booth.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what she said.
So, yeah, we're kind of waiting for Wendy Lou to get here so we can talk
Yeah.
about the not Pensacon, whatever the heck it was.
I'm so mad that this was last weekend was a piece of crap weekend. I really wanted to go because I wanted to meet Kate Mulgrew. I would have even paid the $100 for a picture with her.
It's kind of disappointing that place, it was in a hotel ballroom, so it was. I mean, there was nowhere to get water. There was nowhere to
Oh,
sit.
It wasn't at the regular place where they do the MegaCon?
This was at the Hilton.
Oh, well, it's a lot smaller venue. I wouldn't have drove all the way for that.
Why not? It's not about. Well, it it wasn't a good first impression for Darren. There are hardly any cosplayers, so he couldn't even really girl watch or anything.
Well, you got to come out to Tampa Comic Con. That's got a lot of good. Oh, they got some great cosplays out there.
I think it'll be a while before Darren wants to go to one again. I'm sure.
I'll give it another try, Darren.
Yeah,
No, I found Married with Children's on, so I can do my girl watching.
Well, you gonna come to it, Timmy, or no?
do what?
You gonna come to Tampa Comic Con?
No, but I think I'm going to go to Bartow.
All right, well, I can go to Bartow. It's only $25 for a day.
All four of us, Darren, you got to go to Bartow.
It's in November. That's actually on Darren's birthday, so
It
he's
is
got to
November
he's
7th.
got to go.
And
Oh,
Tony,
all
you got to
right.
come too.
And I don't even have to pay, do I?
Come on out to Bartow, Florida, Tony.
Then we could all take a group photo and we can use that as our thumbnail and then add Tony.
There you go.
I gave Wendy the parking money, Tim, just so you know.
So if you guys go out, that'd be cool. We'll all hang out and have lunch or something.
Oh, cool.
Bartow.
Well,
That's
you like
November
reimbursed
7th.
her?
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's be November 7th for Bartow to go see Marsha, Will, and Holly. That just killed me this morning when you said that.
I mean, Bartow's only $25, so.
Yeah.
No, you got to explain it. You got to explain it because you were Steve was playing the old whippy flippy dude, Stan Freberg bit, Marsha, the John and Marsha, and I said Marsha, Will, and Holly.
It just killed me.
Marsha, Will, Holly.
Yeah. Vicky set out to stick a Marsha in there. Anyway.
BartowCon.
Now, who's in chat here? LG, is that Phil?
Oh yeah, hey Phil.
Hey Phil.
Yo, Phil.
Lisa.
Oh, it's Lisa.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Lisa.
Oh, hi Lisa.
Oh
Phil
yeah,
would be
yeah,
LG
Lisa G,
73.
yeah, that's right.
Hi, Lisa.
That's the confusing part.
We got another LG that comes in the chat sometimes, so that's why we're confused.
Yeah.
Welcome, Lisa. Glad to see you here. Last night
we were going to have to stop talking about Palestinians.
Oh, last night I did my first live stream for the Transforma Patreon, and it went good. It went really good.
Yeah,
There's probably about I think the analytics said there were like 8 unique people there.
Nice.
You know, so that was cool. Tony was there.
I know. He gave me the
Eight
link
unique people and
and
1,800 clones. Okay, there you go.
Well, some people like leave the page and come back, and it
Yeah.
counted those 2, but then it said like unique, whatever. I don't know, but there was a lot of activity. I kept it going for an hour and a half. So
Yeah.
what did you do?
And
Did
he
you
just
just
would
talk?
not let me chat. Yeah, it was just as a little dinosaur bug thing.
Oh, okay.
that was a little Triceratops, the little gold one.
That's right.
But I just talked to them in chat, and Tony had trouble. It gave him trouble getting in for a while, and then he finally was able to get through. But yeah, it was fun. We had a good time,
Nice.
and we were kind of trying to discuss the one I'm working on now. And yeah, it was fun. We'll do it next week. We'll do it next Monday too, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Lisa said she might even show up. Oh, Lisa, there's a person in Steve's chat who's Jewish, and he gets political sometimes.
Yeah.
In my chat?
I don't know how.
It-
Yeah.
Morning show. You remember that you do a show every morning?
Oh, I forgot about no. Who gets upset about political talk in there?
No, it's just upset about certain types of political talk.
The stuff that Roger Waters talks about upsets him.
We don't talk about politics in my chat.
We don't, but that was just he'd mentioned Palestine or something. Tony did as a joke. That's all we're talking about. He gets upset with like Roger Waters.
Let's see. Hi, Lisa. She said hi to everybody. And Wendy doesn't usually join us to like the last hour?
Yeah, because she has to work, so she comes in late. We were waiting for Wendy to get here, Lisa, before we shared
Wendy
the Comic Con. Although I told you already what all went down.
I'm looking at BartoCon now. You're gonna have 3 guys there from Stranger Things for anybody that watches that.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
Then you're gonna have Wesley Ure and Kathy Coleman,
Johnny Whittaker,
and Johnny Whittaker.
Yeah, Johnny Whittaker, I want to see. I thought he was at the one last week and I couldn't find him. Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe he was. I was just thinking Bartow.
Maybe you get lost.
Wonder why Sebastian Cabot never makes appearances.
Oh, because he passed away last year.
Oh, was that why? Okay.
Yeah, he was on our show for almost a decade. It seems like.
Oh, that ain't me, babe.
That ain't me, babe. That was funny. Putt went from he went from being Putt was Paul McCartney in high school. He turned into Andy Kaufman when he got out of high school, and then he turned into Sebastian Cabot eventually.
Sebastian Cabot.
Is that a big emerald, Mark?
That ain't me, babe. That's
this
good.
is see, baby gelatinous cubes aren't as frightful as adult ones, so you know.
Okay.
Isn't an emerald green though? That's more of a turquoise. What would be a turquoise jewel? Like an actual, not like the turquoise rock. But
yeah,
I said not the turquoise rock. I just meant like a transparent. I didn't know if there was.
Yeah, then most of the different gems can be different colors.
Yeah,
I thought like
tourmaline. Well, we'll get Lauren on here and she can talk about it.
Because
Putt was supposed to get. Who the hell was in love with Lauren? I think it was Putt, but he never could get her on.
Or
that girl from TV on you talking about?
Jesus.
No, there was a.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to get anybody in trouble.
Well,
yeah.
that's why I keep my mouth shut half the time.
Never get her off.
The guilty person's not looking at the camera, so
Playing with gelatinous cubes.
Oh, okay.
And he had like Alexandrite, this purple, because I used to. I'm a June baby, so I used to get kind of pissed off when they said that the birthstone for June was a pearl. It's like it's not even a fucking stone. You know what a ripoff. But then it's kind of changed. I see June's Alexandrite a lot, so that they actually have a real stone for it.
So Lisa, the cube is just a stress, one of those squishy things, but it's in the shape of a square and it's blue. And I call it my baby gelatinous cube. That they're not very scary when they're this big. So
it's not acidic.
Yeah.
We'll put it in your mouth. No, I don't want him to choke on
rounder. So I would have thought you want something rounder and maybe pinker.
It's like they have like all the Lucky Charms flavors of squishy things.
Yeah. Green clovers or whatever the fuck, and then cord stars. And
then I figured when we're done at BartoCon, we can go eat at Beef O'Brady's, and
I'm sure I'll be up to eating anywhere. Boy, when I was at the end of that con, I had a hot bottle of orange Gatorade that was left in the truck in that hell of a parking lot, and even that was good. Boy, I was parched at the end of that.
Well, that's the thing with Gatorade. The more you need it, the better it tastes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the electrolytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but couldn't
and
you
not
say
the other flavors, the original green lemon lime?
Well, I had orange, but technically You could say that of about anything. I remember when I went to an ELO fest in Baltimore, and when the party was over, they gave me half a bottle of Diet Coke 2 liter and like a ham or turkey sandwich or something. And I'm like, thanks for nothing. I didn't say that, but I went on the trip and I went to DC, and boy, I walked for hours and hours and hours and hours there. And I was so thirsty and hungry. And by the time I got back to my car, that was the best hot half bottle of Diet Pop. I mean, it was so good, and that sandwich was so good. So I mean, when you need it, even a cruddy bottle of warm pop is good.
I had a 4th of July, 1986. My girlfriend and I drove around the mountains and went for a little hike and got thirsty. And we were walking through the woods and the mountains. And we were so thirsty because it was real hot, even in the mountains, that we drank from this creek up there. And then it didn't help. It helped a little bit, but got back to the car. Then we managed to find like a vending machine out in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know how it got electricity, but I got a Coke and drank that. And it was like crack Coke. I felt so good the rest of the night. And we went to my
Plus, you went and
grandma's.
hung out with your girlfriend on July 4th, 1986, instead of hanging out with me and Putt. I see how things are now.
Well, and then we went to my grandma's, and then she sprayed us both with off. And then we drove somewhere to watch the fireworks, and we're making out, and then we both tasted like off. But it was still a good day.
Was that?
That was the bicentennial.
But then she dumped me like a week later, after we watched Aliens.
Are you talking about Hillary?
No, so I got dumped, but I got to watch Aliens for the first time. So all in all, it was a good day. Because that
Came
movie
out in
rocked.
like July of '86. Was it still at the Continental Theater?
I don't remember where we saw it.
That's where me and Putt, Jackie, Putt, and what was her name? Kathy went and saw it.
All right, so I got 3 things that you guys probably already know. So Gatorade is named because of the Florida Gators.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
2 other ones. One of them I just found out. The other one is Guinness Book of World Records, named after the beer, because it was like the people from the beer company that published it to settle pub.
I didn't know that. I knew the Gatorade one, but not that.
And then this one everybody knows, but I still think it's kind of interesting that the company that gets to rate whether your restaurant is one of the best in the world for Michelin stars is the tire company.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird things that if you didn't know, you might not connect where they came.
Because they want
and
you to
something
buy
that-
tires to go to restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something everybody knows, but it's still in the same thing, is that the Nobel Peace Prize was from the inventor of dynamite.
Yeah.
But everybody knows that, but it was just in the same topic.
No, it's not, because dynamite isn't called Nobelite. Although in one of the games I play, it's called Nobelisk. Maybe in Danish or whatever language, wherever he's from, Sweden, maybe it is named after him.
And Lisa said a vending machine in the middle of nowhere sounds like a miracle to me. And I had a similar experience in Colorado around the Red Rocks, and we were walking with my grandma, and I was probably 3 or 4 years old, and I fell down and skinned my knee, cut my knee, and we were walking in this tunnel that went through the Red Rock, and that's where I slipped and fell. And no sooner I got up, we were just walking just a little bit, and there was a Band-Aid in the middle of the road, still in the wrapper, a sealed Band-Aid. And it was just right there after. You remember that, Darren?
Yep.
That was quite a coinky dink.
And then I remember hearing a voice from the clouds say, "Everybody gets one miracle." That was yours.
Oh, that would suck.
I gave you a Band-Aid.
The vending machine out in the middle of nowhere reminds me of the Monkees movie Head, because they were out in the desert and there was a Coke machine, but I think they didn't have any change.
The one I've heard about in California, I think it's gone now, but there was like this phone booth that was like out in the middle of the California desert. I mean, nothing around it. It was just there. And it worked.
Nice. Well, and that matters back in the day. And my memory might be at fault. There might have been like a gas station attached to the vending machine.
Where are you, Bailey?
Oh,
It might have up towards there, yeah.
and you were mentioning Head, but I just saw a documentary on the making of Help, the Beatles' Help, and how stoned they all were the entire time. That they had to, when they filmed stuff for the movie, they had to do it like early in the morning before they just got totally ganked out. But yeah, they were out, eyes were red, and they said they were totally stoned the whole time.
That marijuana will do it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in '65, so that was kind of a new thing.
Yeah, I think they just discovered it and they thought, oh my God, we're going to have to do this 24 hours a day now.
Yeah.
First time I showed Kiana Interview with the Vampire, she was like 5. When it was done, she said, we have to watch that every day.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
kind of like that.
Kind of did that with Stop Making Sense for a little bit.
Yeah.
My daughter, for a long time, the movie Silver Bullet, if you remember that one.
Oh, it's a good one. It's about the only Stephen King one I like.
Yeah, she kept telling me that we got to watch the dog movie, and I didn't for years didn't know what the hell she was talking about.
Cujo?
No, she meant Silver Bullet.
Did it have a werewolf?
Yeah.
Werewolf.
I really think it was Gary Busey really that's made that movie. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have liked it much. But
right.
Yeah, let's talk about buttered sausage.
Like to butter your sausage. Oh, that's disgusting.
Is that like a French train station?
No, have you ever seen that one interview with Gary Busey where he doesn't want to talk about whatever the interviewer's brought up, and he goes, "Let's talk about buttered sausage."
I like Gary Busey. He's been like a guest on some people's podcasts. We had to get him on.
Except ours.
Hi, Kendra. Well, I just said we had to get him on.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Kendra.
How you doing? Lisa said there was some TV movie back in the 70s or 80s called Devil Dog. That's a neat name. Sounds like a DJ or something.
Well, there was I think there were U.S. Marine Corps, a platoon of them, and they were called that by the Germans in World War One, and they thought, oh, the Germans, they call you the Teufelhund, devil dogs, and they said, wow, that's a cool name, and they adopted it.
Yeah.
Schweinhund.
Teufelhund. Teufel is devil, and Hund is Hund.
I was looking up swine dog, pig dog, and found a story in England. A German woman and family moved to England, and they were complaining about this guy making too much noise in his house next door, and so he called her a pig dog, and I think he went to prison for a hate crime.
Oh, good. Now I heard one about German tourists in Texas, and they saw an armadillo, and they called it a Panzerschwein, an armored pig.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Call it a soon-to-be speed bump.
Yeah.
Or something that's trying to make a sinkhole beneath my house.
Oh, okay. I actually saw a couple of raccoons. I was out riding my bike, and a couple houses down, I saw 2 little raccoons looking up at me.
Well, guys are everywhere.
They're interesting.
I've never seen them here before.
So I got a famous quote.
Uh-oh.
You either die a hero or live long enough to die of cancer.
Well, that's encouraging.
Well, I don't know. I didn't make the quote.
I don't think Batman would approve.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that, because there's a lot of Darwin Award winners that didn't die heroically. or
Oh.
get cancer.
What is, matter of fact, let me look it up. Let's see. Usually they give the annual Darwin Awards, and it's about time for them too. Let's see what this year's Darwin Award was about.
Funny you mentioned raccoon. I got footage of being close to one this past year and haven't looked at it even yet. I will have to go find it now. Okay. Okay, Lisa. You'll have to find your raccoon. Oh, that probably makes it. Well, I was in suburbs, and I remember I saw a couple of raccoons about 15 years ago, and it's funny if you kind of see them in the dark, they move almost like little bears. They have the same kind of
with human
way,
hands.
way of walking.
I guess we should just be thankful that bears don't have opposable thumbs and rifles.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
my.
Because that would really suck. As if they're not scary enough.
They'd be using us for bait in their little streams while,
Yeah.
having catfish and stuff.
Well, it's funny because people will see a bear like jump into somebody's swimming pool, and some people go, "Oh my God, a bear!" And then other people go, "Oh, how cute a bear! It is in the swimming pool and having a margarita, whatever the hell." But then you get videos from Russia, and the bears are just hanging out with the people, and they're just hanging out, smoking cigarettes, drinking fucking vodka, and everything's fine. So I don't know. Maybe we got different bears here.
We do.
Yeah, they quit doing the Darwin Awards in 2022.
Why?
What? Because it was on PC.
Because
Yeah.
the guy that ran it did something stupid and died.
It was Darwin, wasn't he? Darwin, he had to have been getting pretty old.
Yeah. Well, yeah, his big theory was like in the 1870s or something.
I know, right?
Well, yeah, he went to the Galapagos and Islands and found all these different species there that didn't exist anywhere else, and they were like unique and interesting and apparently tasty because he ate them all as well.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we were watching this movie on the Vortex at www.horrorhost.com, and there's this actor by the name of Lionel Atwill, very distinguished British actor. And somebody said, "Yeah, they see him smoking there." Oh yeah, he died from smoking. I said, "Okay, so if he hadn't smoked, he'd still be around at age 141."
So
Lisa, if I had a red button that I could push and just destroy everything and start over, I think I would have pushed it the first time I noticed a movie or something that had smoking as one of the warnings at the beginning.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think.
That's right.
No offense to women, but goddamn women.
Yeah,
because it wasn't a man that decided that.
But no, I'm trying to think. Was there a leading actor on a TV show who smoked on the show after Don Johnson as Sonny Crockett in Miami Vice? I almost think he was the last one.
In Moonlighting.
Was that after?
Did he? No, well, that was about the same.
It was
about
the
same.
same.
Yeah.
Before we get, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Married with Children season 1. There was a joke, and it was basically they're trying to figure something out, and I said, well, we'll probably figure that out when we figure out why Bruce Willis is a celebrity. But that was before. That was a year before Die Hard.
Oh wow! It is words. And Lisa's been trying to get in for some time here. Well, that's interesting, Tony. It was one of the Booger movies, and let me see. Funny you mentioned raccoon. I got footage of being close to one this past year and haven't looked at it even yet. I'll have to go find it now. And many years ago, I said something about wanting one as a pet. Maybe she's something at a bear. And my brother's friend said, "Are you crazy that a raccoon, that thing will go up you like a buzzsaw?" And she said, "Married with Children, I could eat or drink while watching that show." Laugh out loud. I could not eat or drink. She meant to say. Okay. Now we're caught up with Lisa.
Okay.
And it holds up. It's still good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It really jumped the shark. I remember. I like Lisa became not Lisa. Kelly became a mad science, like a scientist or whatever, and started this invention called Breen or something that was like she was trying to mix colors, and she ended up turning Bud into a can of beans. It just got really weird. It's like
Uh,
if it was Bewitched and it was like a witchy show with magic, fine, but it never was. So then you're just
Mhm.
all of a sudden going to have surreal magical powers in it, you know?
Could be. Yeah. I don't remember watching it all the way to the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had
It
one
went.
where
Go ahead.
they had one where they went to Florida or they won a no, they won a trip to England or Scotland or something, and it was because there was some witch that did it was just so convoluted. It was like another like surreal magic kind of and I'm like what you really kind of lost. I'm not saying it makes it bad, but uh it just
Well,
made it, you know.
maybe it's like Simpsons, where the Halloween episode were never canon. They were just one offs where weird stuff could happen.
Yeah, but they just never set it up that way, you know. So I don't
That's
know.
true. Um, Shit, I was going to say something and I forgot it. So it went from 87 to 97, I believe.
Buried with Children.
Yeah.
Wow, that was longer than I thought.
Oh, I was wondering if it possibly influenced Seinfeld, because Seinfeld was a year or two later it started,
Yeah.
and both show. I don't know if both shows were the first, but they're the first I can think of where the entire cast that it revolved around were all deeply flawed people.
Ah,
Because
I think
that was a premise of both of them.
I think Married to Children was a game changer. It changed how everyone thought of sitcoms. So I think it did. And I had the second dream, I think last night, that I've ever had where I was actually on Seinfeld. The first time I had a dream was a few years ago, and it was just like a bit part, like you could just see me, in one scene. And this last one dream I had, I was actually like a character on the show for at least an episode or two. So that was kind of neat, hanging out with Jerry and the gang. And, it was almost like a memory. Like, yeah, I was once on Seinfeld. Yeah, they're, and I had this fake memory, but it was just a memory for the dream. But,
yeah.
it seemed real in the dream. Also, last night I had another dream. I was, in some unknown place I've never seen, but it's always cool, these places you are. And I was like walking, I don't know if it's going to go to a hobby store. I don't know where I was, uh, but I was walking down this boulevard from the side street where I lived. Uh, I guess it would have, Gottschalk, I guess it kind of would have been like the Aurora House, I suppose, but kind of different. And uh, as I was walking, probably 10, 15 minutes, I realized, you know what? I've got this new, not new, but new to me, orange, like late 70s Camaro. Why am I driving it? I want to drive. So I walked all the way home and there was no Camaro. Uh, you know what? Where the hell's the car? And Darren and I, we had this discussion. Um, on the way to not Bartow, but on the way to Orlando, that I told him I keep having these reoccurring dreams where our dad has left us when he passed away, he left us several cars, like four or five different cars, and they're all like one's like an 80s Mercury or something, and one's like a big black Chrysler from the early 70s and I'm so excited to kind of get one running or tagged and then and it's usually I'm in Alabama and they're parked at this place called the Salad Bar that was on our property and where the barns are. And when I actually go to drive one, they're all gone. It's like the cars, what happened to them? And that's how it ends. I told Darren, and you can fill it in there.
Yeah, it was my grandpa left like a half dozen to a dozen weird cars that maybe never existed, but like old Ferraris or old boring cars that weren't super. But yeah, one by one in the dream, they disappear.
Yeah, so Darren and I have the exact same reoccurring dream. Only his Lloyd left him, our grandpa, and with me, my dad left. And then I got to thinking, you know what? I think it actually kind of happened. My dad did uh, when he passed away, he had an 80s nice Mercury and he had a 50s dump truck and some stuff. And we had to kind of get rid of it all because the lawyer made, I'd still hate that situation. But so I guess that's where it stemmed from. Uh, But it always happens. I always had these cool cars, and as soon as I'm ready to drive one, they're gone.
Well, you
I
got
had
the.
I had a
You still.
1980.
Do what?
I'll be
Go
quick. You still have the recliner that those cars turned into
Yeah.
because
That's kind of.
they had to sell everything, and then we got a little bit of money, and I bought a recliner, and now Tim has it.
Oh, that okay. I thought you're making like a dream joke. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Mark.
I had a 1981 Pontiac Formula Firebird with T-tops. That was cool.
Ah.
Yeah, I rode in the back of it.
That sounds familiar. Did it disappear?
Yeah, my sister borrowed it. My sister borrowed it from my parents, and we never saw it again.
Oh shit. Sounds like a
Now
wicked.
you're just talking shit.
Yeah, it
He
sounds like a
apparently drove it
wicked
all the way to
sister.
Delaware, and sold it to somebody there.
And Lisa did ask how you're doing, Steve.
Oh, hey, Lisa. Doing good. How about you?
So I got a little rock and roll story.
I'm still ugly. Other than that, I'm okay.
So you remember like the black group, the Grifters, and how they like throughout their career they had like 30 or 40 people in the band, and it's like uh, they're like so interchangeable. I don't think by like 1980 there was like a single person in the band that started in the 60s, you know? Well, the Four Tops, uh, they formed in 1956, and until 1997, they had the same exact four members the whole exact time. And the only thing that changed is when one member floofied in 97, they replaced them, and they replaced a member when they floofied, and they've all floofied now. But
Wasn't the thing? I'm sorry.
but right before, hold that thought. Also, they were booked to go to England, and they were to go on the Pan Am Flight 103.
Oh.
And the Top of the Pops or whatever, something they had a schedule change, something happened, and they ended up having to take a British Airways flight instead. And if that was the one, the bomber that, not the Unabomber, but the bomber blew up the plane.
Over Scotland or
Yeah, over
Lockerbie.
Lockerbie. Yeah.
So
So
the
anyway,
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I always thought the Unabomber was called that because he was one guy, but it was because he bombed universities.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying now that the stuff that he was saying was like spot on to what he was predicting. I'm not saying what he did was right the way he went about it, but I think he knew what was going to happen. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
He knew more
Gottschalk,
than me or you.
Do what?
He knew more than me or you.
That's right. So what Gottschalk?
I would say with the Grifters, wasn't it something that they liked the kid voice with the songs, and when they got too old and their voice changed, they changed them out?
That's Menudo.
Oh, is that Menudo?
I've never heard of that. And I say the Grifters. I was joking. It's the Drifters, but no, they did under the boardwalk, and up on the roof and all that. And I get them confused with the Temptations. Mom, tell us a little bit about Papa. Is it true that Daddy never worked a day in his life? I love that. That's actually a very
I
good
bet
song.
Steve would be really enjoying this if he was paying any attention.
I kind of waited for Steve to come back before I started the music stories, but
So the Unabomber
Issues here.
was part of the CIA LSD tests.
Oh, was he?
MK Ultra.
Yep.
Interesting. Wow, really interesting. So he really did know some stuff that was going on. They say it really puts you in a place, that stuff puts you in a different part of your brain or whatever, or different things. I'm reading Dave Davies' book, and I'm just doing the very beginning of it, and he's talking about reading tea leaves and different things. And he said he started off the book talking about a stroke that he had, and how part of his brain, like the left of his brain, he was could experience the past. The middle of his brain used experience the present, and the right side of his brain used experience the future all at the same time. It was interesting. I've only started reading last night, so I don't know. That's about all I've got. So Lisa said Four Tops, a simple game, shows the Moody Blues in the background in one of their videos. They did a really good job. That's the group that made the Mike Pinder song popular, I think. Um, yeah, Mike Pinder and the Moody Blues wrote a song called Simple Game for the Moody Blues, and it was never released on an actual album. It was like on their like rarities compilations, and it was a beautiful, cool song. And the Four Tops, somehow I don't know how they found the song, but they didn't know that Mike Pinder was at the Moody Blues, and they actually either went to his house or he met them somewhere. And so they did a cover of that song and made it popular, I guess. And they also did a cover of Walk Away Renee and did an interesting, I actually recommend looking it up on YouTube, Walk Away Renee from the Four Tops, because they did something with the chorus that even the Left Bank didn't do. They changed like the cadence of the chorus and made it sound so much better than the original. Because they instead of you won't see me follow you back home, they were like, you won't see me follow you back home. And just changing the length of the words made it sound so much better. And the backing vocals with it. It's like, damn, if the Left Bank had sang it like that, it would have just been over the moon, I think, even though it was a hit anyway. But
it's more understandable. It's more understandable that way.
Yeah, listen to it. I think I might play both of them on a fun hour in the future, like back to back, because
the Left Bank version, it took me a while to figure out what the hell they were saying.
Yeah. I love the Left Bank. I really do. But yeah, I do recommend checking out the Four Tops version. It was really neat. It's like one of those rare times when a cover actually kind of breathes new life, even though it was like made like a year after the original. Okay, I have one more rock and roll story. Okay, so Jim Croce's wife Ingrid had an autobiographical cookbook, Time in a Bottle, THYME in a bottle, in which she writes interesting anecdotes about Jim. She says, one weekend, after being on the road for many months, Jim got a chance to come home to relax with his family. We settled in and enjoyed our time alone together. Though Jim was expecting company the next day, avoiding confrontation, he never told me that we were going to be joined by an entire film crew. The next morning, 15 people from the Acorn Productions descended upon our house to record a promotional film of Jim Croce at home on the farm. I prepared breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the whole film crew, and after the group left, I questioned Jim about our finances. After a year and a half of his working so very hard on the road, we were barely making ends meet. But Jim wouldn't talk about it. He hated questions as much as he hated confrontation, especially about money. He stormed out of our bedroom and went down to the kitchen table to brood. The next morning, he woke me gently by singing his new song. Every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong, so I'll have to say I love you in a song. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
What was he doing with the money?
Well, probably crack cocaine. I don't know.
Am I the only one wondering?
Yep.
Oh, he's giving it to Leroy Brown.
People didn't make anything back then except managers and like producers and stuff. And another
thing, it doesn't matter. They didn't get to be, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I've got a name. He didn't write that song. It was for a film soundtrack, and he wasn't used to singing without his guitar in front of him. That was like his security blanket. So it was a change where he had to actually sing at a microphone without a guitar. But he made the song his own, and it was the last song he ever sang because so he had an engagement with a like a high school or something to sing there in Louisiana, and the engagement never happened because all of a sudden he got big just overnight. But he wanted to honor that engagement, so they made a special trip to that place to do the concert and his performance. But the turnout was really low because there was a tennis match, like a Battle of the Sexes tennis match on TV that was supposed to be hyped up. And so not a lot of people went there. So that I Got a Name was the last song he did at that concert. And then, of course, he was floofied in a plane crash on his way out. So think of all the people. I wonder if the people have that guilt where they could have seen this guy,
Yeah.
do his last performance. Instead, they watched something on a stupid TV.
And you know what the interesting thing about that was? The tennis match was rigged. The guy playing it kind of set it up with the mob and let him know that he was going to throw the game to cancel some of his gambling debts.
Oh,
And his name is
really?
Bobby Riggs, right?
Yep. Yep.
I didn't even know anything about it. I just read the story today about Jim Croce. I didn't know anything about the tennis match.
I'm assuming that's the Battle of the Sexes tennis match you were talking about.
Must be. We were talking about like 73.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, what's her name? And Bobby Riggs.
Billie Jean King.
Billie Jean King. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I didn't realize that. If I was in that situation, I think I would have watched the tennis match too. I'm just kidding. And there's Steve, our friend Steve. What's going on,
Yeah.
Steve?
We have a friend named Steve.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Good to see you, Steve.
What you up to,
What?
Steve?
Oh wait, I'm hearing you in the wrong ear. Wait, I'll try
You stick it up your
Oh,
butthole.
that.
Huh?
Probably
I
hear
said
that.
it's good to see you, Steve.
Yeah, you too.
There's a Washington Monument.
Is that the one in the Kentucky?
Yeah.
It might be.
Orleans.
New Orleans. There's like I think the one in Kentucky actually looks more like the one in Washington. There's like a mini Washington Monument in Kentucky. No, I'd say mini, but it's pretty big too. I don't think it's as big as the one in DC, but it's near where Darren's ex-father-in-law lived.
Mm.
What there?
I didn't say no. I didn't say a goddamn thing.
Oh,
Nobody's saying anything.
supposed to see Darren's ex Friday. She's kind of one of the old gang, when I was like 20, early 20s. I guess when you played Dungeons and Dragons and all that, she was kind of one of the crew. We did a lot of road trips and stuff. So it'd be good to see her again. I still want to get Brian on our show, or at least try to. He's another one from those days.
I lived here a decade, or Jacksonville, and very few people do I remember.
Ah.
And most of them are the ones we brought from California with us.
You're Colorado.
Colorado. That's where we came from, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just came to visit.
Well,
yeah,
here you
were
are.
several times.
Yep.
We were pretty much introverts, I guess, both of us. We didn't really make a lot of friends there.
We weren't in situations where we really met people either. If we had normal jobs where we met people we didn't know, we'd probably known more people.
That's true. We did a lot of house repairs for old people. So that was basically what we did.
So Michelle's coming to visit you in Jacksonville?
She's visiting Kiana.
Oh.
So she'll get here tomorrow night, and Kiana's going to pick her up, and she rented a hotel room on the beach. So
I thought I thought she'd have stayed with you and we'd have had dinner and a movie or something.
no,
Gracie, she stayed with me when Randy had her wedding last year. It was fun. It was a fun weekend. You don't really think about the shitty stuff, just kind of have a good time. Although she did kind of took me to the side and said, Jimmy, what I'd figured it out after all this time why I left you. It was because I was jealous of Apology 9. I'm like thinking, well, yeah, you said that when you broke up with me. I didn't tell her that, but
Kendra chimed in on that one.
what'd she say? Do I want to know what she said?
oh, she said, why are you seeing my mom?
Oh, she's coming out to visit Kiana.
Mm.
So they're spending all the time together. I think I'll probably see Michelle Friday for dinner, and that's probably about it.
Yeah, that's when I'm supposed to go there too, just at the end of the street that I live, end of my road.
Yeah.
Oh, she says, "Oh, gotcha. We'll tell Mama I love her, and
Will do.
tell Laura I love her too."
Huh?
It was a stupid song.
Oh, was this somebody in Hawaii did a parody of that song, and it was it's all all the Hawaiian references, so it wouldn't make sense to anybody who wasn't there. But it was even stupider if you can imagine. If you can imagine.
Yeah, for those that don't know, it was one of those early '60s car crash tragedy songs, uh, where like some guy wanted to impress his girlfriend, so I don't know, he got some jalopy race car, and then he crashed the race car, and like but he lived long enough to say, "Tell Laura I love her" about 500 times until they like cut his oxygen hose to make him stop,
Yeah, yeah. Well, he wanted to buy her a wedding ring, and so they went to the racing grounds to race his car, which God knows what it was, and somehow it turned upside down and caught fire.
I wonder if that's the
As
same ring
cars
that.
do.
Oh, go ahead.
My life did that a couple times. Just turned upside down and caught fire.
Yeah, it happens.
I know you're going with that. You're about to say that's the same racetrack Bobby Brady wiped out in.
No, actually, I was going to say that was the same ring that of where can my baby be song was, where the car stalled on the racetrack, not racetrack, stalled on the train track, and he pulled her out, which means that she must have been of large girth if she couldn't get out of the car herself. And because it wouldn't crash, it just stalled. And she went back into the car and got floofied. And he found in her hand their class ring, which meant that she got a Darwin Award.
What is it with all these tragic songs back in the day? What is
it? Only happened for about a year, in '62 or something. And
there
then
were like 100 of them in that time.
Yeah, and then Billy Don't Be a Hero tried to revamp it, and it didn't really work. I mean,
Run Joey Run by David Geddes. That was another.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, that was an awful one. It was like Joni and Chachi singing or something. Run, run, Chachi, run! Indiana wants me.
Didn't she die almost homeless? Didn't she die homeless too?
Yeah, or Aaron Moran. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I keep getting confused because Margot Kidder died. She lived at a trailer park and she's broke.
Same with Dana Plato.
Margot Kidder was like, people would wake up in the morning, go out to their living room, and she'd be there sleeping on the damn couch, and they'd never met her. They didn't know what she was.
Oh wow, what a sad way to go! And also one of the girls from Eight Is Enough, same kind of thing, and of course, Dana Plato from Different Strokes.
Yeah.
Which girl was it from Eight Is Enough? I know Mary O'Grady died. I don't know if she.
I assume she was the one that kind of looked like Margot Kidder a little bit, but I might be wrong.
She was the younger sister to Don Grady from My Three Sons.
I just never really watched. We saw the show a couple times when it was on, when you didn't have much of a choice, but it wasn't a show that I liked. Wouldn't like the Brady Bunch, where it was like, let's have kids but not have the fun.
Yeah. I saw they're doing a new Brady Bunch, but it's like a documentary.
Didn't they have when they had
another documentary? When was this?
They did 10 of those already.
Yeah, they're growing up Brady.
Where they're gonna redo the Brady house.
I did that.
Yeah.
Did they? Well, maybe.
They did that several years ago. They bought the house.
I just saw the ad late.
Oh, they're that house. So someone bought it, and they're doing it's like a B&B kind of a thing now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Boy, wouldn't that be neat? I bet it's expensive, but I think it would be. I think that I'd like to do that, and I think I would like to stay the night at the TWA terminal in Kennedy Airport.
I think the B&B stands for Bed and Brady.
Yeah, Bed and Brady.
Did they keep the gimp cage where they kept Alice?
Well, they didn't keep her there. She just had it for her own S&M stuff with Sam. I
want to sleep in Alice's room if I go there.
What they tried to do was recreate the interior of the house inside the actual house.
Boy, you know where I
It
would
didn't
sleep?
quite because it didn't quite fit, so they had to kind of make a little.
Well, they
A
dug
few.
down too.
They would have to dig down to make it like the 2-story great room. But you know what? I if I stayed there, you know where I would sleep? I would sleep in the boys' room, the bunk beds rooms. That's where I would go.
I like the paneled walls in that room.
I do. I love everything about that. In fact, I kind of did a tribute to that room in the Apology Nun house, but the room ended up getting chainsawed in the last movie.
Oh.
So the room basically disappeared. It was going to be Barry's room, but Barry just slept in the cave next door, so it was kind of unused, and it looked like the Brady room. It was kind of a guest room.
Do people actually use paneling anymore in panel rooms?
No, they paint over it with white. I just can't stand that.
I like regular wood looking panel.
Yeah, I was telling Lisa about my grandma Catherine's house and how I didn't really like the house, I think for personal reasons, but it was all paneling inside, and it was homey. She had it very homey, but whoever bought it, they remodeled everything, and it's
I think
like
a paneled room just looks cozy. Anyway, go ahead.
it is. Well, they totally, what do you call it? Made it like the whole place like a dentist office lobby.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
they
no,
did
I
it. They did. They did a lot of improvements. There's some neat. The kitchen's much nicer, and they put a beautiful big deck out front, which they should have done that years ago. But the rooms were separated into a family room and living room, so the women could watch Pawn Stars or whatever the shit they watch, and then the men can go in the other living room and talk, whatever, airplanes. But you can't do that. They got rid of the separator, so it's just one big giant. I don't know why you'd need a giant room like. What are you going to roller skate? Anyway,
I
that's
think if I
enough of
ever
my
get
bitch.
another man cave like I had years ago, I think my mic's turned down, is I want to panel it. I want to do it where it's temporary if we're renting, so it's easy to take down.
I think you can buy paneling at Lowe's or something. I don't know if they get the dark stuff of the 70s, but you can always make it dark.
That's what I like, is the dark stuff. They gotta still have that.
Well, a lot of the 60s and 50s had a revival 10, 20 years ago, a big revival. So I'm thinking the kitschier 70s stuff is making a revival too. So maybe the brown paneling, if it hasn't come back already, maybe it will.
What's ugly is the gray kind of paneling. I don't like that.
Well, I think the Brady room had the gray paneling, I think.
Yeah, I
believe it did. Look up a picture.
The boys?
The boys' room. I think it was gray paneling, but it still looked good.
Right.
You can get the popcorn effect on the walls and the ceiling, that.
I'm not used to popcorn on the walls, but ceiling is people they're like, oh no, it's got popcorn ceiling. I don't want this house. What the hell's wrong with you? You don't even, how many times do you even look at the ceiling? Unless you have a stroke and you're on your back or something.
And I also
They just want a loud, echoey house.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also like the when they make a beaded doorway, like a curtain, but it's all beads.
Well, that's
our
the
macrame
porno in the damn video store. That's
Yeah.
where else do you see that?
The colored bead streamers. Yeah.
Oh, Laura said a couple.
We took love to a woman, and she grabs the
That truck looks like it's going to hit
bead
Tony.
doors and shoves them up your ass.
Yeah. And what was that, Don?
Yeah, TMI. Never mind.
I didn't hear what you said.
It's probably for the best.
Oh, okay. Laura, sorry. Lisa said, oh, that song is supposed to be one of the tear jerkers of the era. Tell Laura I love her. Didn't make me cry, but she liked the song. And Billy, Don't Be a Hero. She liked that one too.
Tell Jenny I love her.
Yeah.
I haven't called her, but I'll get around to it.
You heard that song by the Tremolos, Silence is Golden?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a dumb kid. I used to think that was the Partridge Family because it does kind of sound like them.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
In a way. The earlier times before David was doing the vocals, they had the Wrecking Crew doing some of the vocals for David.
They should have kept it or cut Ron Dante to do the vocals. I didn't like Cassidy's.
There's one song of the Partridges, and David Cassidy always bitched about it. Part of it was his voice, and then other parts would switch to the whoever was singing from the Wrecking Crew.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, what song was it? I'd have to think of it.
Honestly, I think he did fine for the show acting, but I think he was very miscast to do vocals. They shouldn't have allowed him to do anything with the songs because
Really?
he tried to sing it because he had a problem being a teeny bopper, being a teenager. He wanted to be heavy. So he tried to sing those songs like all like
Oh.
sang it. He sang it like Cher, and I think it's not what those songs needed.
But he bitched because they would speed up his voice. He sounded like a chipmunk. That's not the way he sang. He said,
Well, probably because he didn't sing it very. He sang it like Cher, and they had to make his voice higher so he didn't sound like Cher.
they said it was kind of like Kevin Cronin on REO Speedwagon. They kind of pitched his voice on his
They did
records.
that a lot, especially in the '60s. Del Shannon actually had a much lower voice, and
Really?
they Runaway they really pitched it up. And
Why do they kind of do that for? Because if you're live, then it doesn't sound the same.
well, I like Del Shannon's regular voice. I think if he'd have done Runaway regular without it pitched, I think it would have sounded better.
Mm.
Uh,
But
Oh, and who was the gal rocking around the Christmas tree?
Brenda Lee, no,
Brenda Lee.
no,
Yeah, Brenda Lee. And
Yeah.
they must have sped her up quite a bit because she started out she was a little kid, but I mean, she sounded like she was 2 feet tall.
kind of like Teresa Brewer too. And I can choke a chicken in the middle of the night.
Who
I don't
can't?
know that.
No, that's what she said. I always say that. I think they say you shake a chicken or something. Choke a chicken. I don't know.
I just saw like a car centipede instead of a human centipede just now.
Yeah.
It's not
You
a
don't,
sex.
Road
you don't know
rage.
you don't know what song I'm talking about, do you?
I,
Let's
I
have
know
a
I
party.
was looking at car porn. What were you saying?
Let's have a party.
Oh,
Big Bob plays it.
Here we go, loop de loop.
No.
No.
It's Brenda Lee sounding about 2 feet tall and raspy. So it's like
That's Wanda Jackson.
That's
Wanda
Wanda
Jackson
Jackson sounding
sings
about
having
2
a
feet
party.
tall. Yeah.
That's a bad combination to be like 2 feet tall and have a raspy voice. I'm picturing like a crack midget.
Yeah.
Wasn't Wanda Jackson one of the younger Jackson sisters or something?
No.
And Lisa said beaded curtains. I got tangled in those when I tried to use them in the apartment. And I like that song, I'll Meet You Halfway by the Partridge Family. And then there's one David Cassidy did called Being Together, lovey-dovey kind of song, but the 70s pop song vocals of that era are great. I just thought that he tried too much to sound heavy, and it didn't work for me. It sounded like if you listen to some of the Partridge Family songs, it's like they're trying to be heavier than they are, or he is. I don't know how to describe it. He's like, he's trying to sound like that. And it's like
Osmonds kind of did that too.
Yeah, I didn't like it when they did it either. Just be who you are and go with it. The Turtles had that problem. They basically invented that feel-good pop music, and then a year later they were wanting to be heavy and dark and this and that. It didn't work. It's like you're the Turtles, embrace it. And I'll be right
They
back.
were becoming the Snapping Turtles. They were getting.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, then change their name to the Snapping Turtles, but it didn't work for them, and they ended up canceling themselves because of it. All right, I'll be back.
Lumberman's Mutual Casualty Company. Oh boy. You go to the office and everybody's got like one arm missing or fucking 3 fingers on one hand.
Yeah. Or alien abduction scars,
Oh yeah.
because that happens to lumbermen sometimes.
Yep. Chainsaws. Well, the Good Vibrations. That's good. That's a Beach Boys, and that up to that point, and maybe for years afterwards, was one of the most expensive songs to record in rock and roll history.
Oh, really?
Because there's just so many overdubs and so many. They brought in orchestras and God knows what, and kept having to redo everything until Brian liked it. And it took like
Like-
days and days in the various studios.
I found the song that I can't play it, but I found the song that makes the Partridge Family sound like the Tremolos. I'll play it on the morning show tomorrow. It's called "Brand New Me."
It's a brand new you, Steve.
Wait, is that it?
I got a brand new pair of roller skates.
No, it's not "Brand New Me." It's
That song is about sex.
yeah, it is a brand new me. Yeah.
That's fine as long as it's not about drugs.
Yeah.
But wow, I like "Point Me in the Direction of Albuquerque." Only a moment ago.
I went to Albuquerque once.
Never been.
I've been to Albuquerque. Well,
Once.
I didn't actually go to Albuquerque. I've been through Albuquerque numerous times.
Yeah, I've never been. I've been to Arizona, but not New Mexico. I've never
We
been
tried to
on
fill
the
up
West
the gas
Coast.
before we went to before we got to Albuquerque, or after we went through Albuquerque. One of the two.
Well,
Could have been
change the
Amarillo.
subject.
Yes, go ahead.
My not that anybody cares or wants to hear it. My fan fiction is coming along wonderfully.
Yay!
nice.
The
You-
time
The,
ship,
uh,
time
the
ship endeavor.
Enterprise Titanic, yeah.
No,
Starship
Endeavor.
Titanic.
Ships of dreams.
Ah.
That's the
I'm
first.
looking forward to it, Steve. I really am.
It's wrapped. I see. I'm on chapter 8. It's not going to be a full. I don't think it's going to go like 20 chapters. That's too long for a fan fiction.
So do you have the plot all mapped out?
Oh yeah, I have the ending figured out and everything. Just working my way towards it.
Is it funny?
There's some funny parts in there. Oh my god, there's some real fun because you
So
know
what is it?
mixing the 25th century with people on the Titanic. That's bound to have some funny stuff in it.
Or
So,
Jack
like-
and Rose?
Yeah, blowjobs.
Yeah. Molly Brown gives blood. Oh shit! This she's the unsinkable Molly Brown.
Or in this case, the unsuckable Monty Brown.
The unsuckable.
And Captain Kirk finds like this blue woman, and he starts having sex with her. Like Kirk, she's floofied, with she drowned already. It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
He thought that she was an alien. It's worse than that. She's dead, Jim.
It's worse than that. She's dead.
It doesn't matter when they're Australian.
Actually, we can go to Denver and go to the Molly Brown house and see where she was unsuckable at.
Anyway, write that one down, Steve. Eat my shorts, AI. One in that.
Also,
The unsuckable Molly Brown.
write down my idea for Ensign Fluffer as well.
I know what a fluffer is. I've been around enough porn.
Ensign,
A what?
Ensign Fluffer.
Oh, ensign fluffer.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you meant like a fluffer who keeps. Never mind.
I
Nobody-
used to think.
A
Nobody
fluffer
cares.
is someone who keeps a guy up between takes and porn. Anyway, go ahead. It is too. You don't watch enough porn, Tony.
I didn't used to know what an ensign was, and when at McHale's Navy, I used to think Tim Conway's character was Instant Parker.
Instant Parker.
That sounds like a porn name too, doesn't it?
It's
Hey, especially the Parker part, the Instant Parker. Wendy said,
Lisa,
sorry, I have trouble seeing and understanding things. Has anyone heard of Lechugi Cave in New Mexico?
No.
So it's a world-renowned cave in Carlsbad Caverns, and it's been called the Holy Grail of caves. I think a few of on Amazon Caves videos. Laugh out loud, y'all are funny. Well, that went down with the Titanic, the conversation. Yeah, but it's the first laugh we've had the entire show, I think.
If I want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
So we should thank Tony for keeping us entertained.
That's right. There's a precious moment for you.
There you go.
There's Wendy.
Coming up on American Top 40.
Hi, Wendy.
A long distance dedication to the unsuckable Molly Brown.
What?
Yes. Yeah, Wendy's going to leave again now. Since she's here, I thought we'd talk about Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday.
Oh, okay. Saturday.
So
Saturday.
Darren and Wendy and I went to the Bad Boy Con in Orlando. It was Darren's first Comic Con. And so here's what happened. We got there and I had my robot costume. There's this giant parking lot and it was scorching hot. And we found a little place in the shade where I could dress, like a little median. The fan quit working in the robot helmet. And we were trying to replace batteries. We were trying to figure out, we couldn't get it to work. I've never gone without the fan before. So I got totally dressed up and I had the helmet in my hand.
Go ahead. I was giving you some violin music.
Okay, Jack Benny.
I'm trying to give you some mood music.
So we're going through the parking lot. It's scorching hot. And all of a sudden, I just like had a blowout. Just bam. And fortunately, I didn't fall on my face. But Steve, you remember the platform boots?
Oh, in the robot costume?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
One of the soles for the boot was out on the tarmac. It had totally separated.
Ouch.
Yeah. So I'm lucky I didn't twist an ankle or something. But and the other boot was half off. So here's the thing: without those boots, those Hoover vacuums that are the feet leg combination, they're just on the ground. There's nothing to support them. And think of the parts of the costume being kind of like the Michelin Man. It's all stacked. So there was nothing holding anything.
Oh wow!
And we're just like, well, what do we do now? We can't. So we were talking about just putting the costume back and not even wearing it, which would have sucked because all I had was my dumb tank top and some shorts. I wasn't dressed. My hair was probably already cruddy from just having that hot helmet on. And so like, what are we going to do? I was thinking I'm just going to have to hang out in the lobby. I can't go in there like this. So, but then I got to thinking, so we went back to the truck. I'm like, I had bungee straps that were holding the tub that I put the costume in together. So I took the bungee strap around each kneecap and Darren roped it around the back of my neck. So basically that and another bungee strap supported like the butt piece or whatever. And we basically rigged it like a suspension bridge. And the thing it worked, but it was very hard to walk in. And I kept having to kind of like pull the straps and it was hard.
Can I offer a suggestion? Next time, most of those conventions have costume repair tables and booths.
I don't think this one did. That's one that'll be in the next chapter.
Okay.
So boy, that parking lot was hot and it just went on forever. And then even we had to go up this winding hill back and forth to get to the hotel. It really took a toll on all of us. Darren, he has trouble like bending over and stuff. So it wasn't easy on him to have to kind of help do this thing. So we finally got to the place and it was pretty rinky dink. There were hardly any cosplayers. Darren really didn't get the girl watch like he wanted to. There was nowhere for him to sit and rest. There was nothing. There were no refreshments. I think because it was a hotel, they wanted you to go to their lounge or whatever to get, so it was like, so yeah, it was pretty rinky dink. There wasn't big enough for like a table for that kind of stuff. And
don't give up because that first experience. I mean, like MegaCon, it's amazing. You'll be walking around all day, and
yeah, this was like the saddest one I've ever been to.
Yeah,
but part of it, but so part of it too is since didn't have a fan, I was always steaming up inside, and it made it dark, and I couldn't see hardly anything.
Oh,
I
gee.
couldn't see who people were or the writing on their banners in their booths. I didn't know what anybody was.
I thought that
I
robot
kind of
costume
I kind
had
of
a fan in it.
it broke before,
Oh,
that's the first thing that stopped working. So,
jeez.
I mean, I did recognize the chips booths. Um, so the first stop I did was Gutierrez, Sergeant Gutierrez,
Okay.
and he's a real nice guy.
Oh yeah.
Got a selfie with him and
Robert Pride.
told him he was my favorite, and I think it surprised him. Just real nice guy. And I didn't want to see John because, like I said, he didn't accept my Facebook request. And when I went to his Facebook, it was just TDS stuff. I mean, bad.
Oh, is he really? Oh,
Yeah, so I wasn't interested to seeing him, but he he was kind of there by himself, and when I was walking, he kind of waved at me. And I'm like, well, shit, he waved at me. And Darren said, he seems kind of smiley and in a good mood today. And I'm like, yeah, I
just
guess
don't
he
mention
is.
Trump.
I didn't. I went there and I paid for a selfie. I got a picture with John,
Okay.
and it's a good picture of us. He was, I say he was nice, but I wasn't particularly nice because I was in so much pain because my plantar flared up too,
Oh,
and yeah, so I was just having a bad time of it.
Your what flared up?
I got plantar fasciitis in my left foot,
Oh,
uh,
ouch.
which met my heel off and on. It can really be excruciating, and it really acted up.
So it's
And
like a muscle thing, or
it's
It's
the
a
plantar.
sexually transmitted disease you get on your foot if you're, if you're doing things with your feet with the wrong kind of women.
oh,
It's no, it's
Maybe
you've on the bottom of your foot has got an elastic thing. It kind of it's basically like a piece of rubber, and if it gets inflamed, it becomes
oh
a
yeah.
big painful hassle, and so it flared up, and uh, Ponch was there, but I'd already got his autograph, but he saw me and he asked me to come over for a selfie to give to his daughter. So I think he remembers me from before, and
yeah.
we talked a little bit, caught up. I asked him if he's on Facebook and Instagram. He says Instagram, and he talked to me about Facebook. He says there are some things on Facebook, but it's a con. They're con artists, they're scams. And he started telling me who they are, and then I said, are you still doing police work, catching the internet predators? He's like, yeah, and he shows me his badge and everything, and he's really cool. He's Mr. Cool.
Oh, he's
So
catching real predators and stuff.
yeah, he's an official cop. So
like the guy
Is he really?
yeah. Do what?
guy who does that too?
Who does? Doctor Who?
No, the guitarist from the Who.
Pete Town. Oh, he like busted Pete Townsend probably.
Yeah, well, they did, but he said he was just studying
doing research. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
to catch
geez.
predators.
But yeah, but yeah. So that was cool. It was cool seeing all three chips. And Wendy saw uh, Michael Michael Beck, who was in Xanadu and the Warriors.
Oh, Michael Beck was there.
Yeah, and she
I
really.
wish I would have seen there. I would have said, "You sucked at Xanadu." No, go ahead.
Yeah, she said it was a lot smaller than previous years, and it was good. A good thing that Darren was there. I wouldn't have known what to do. And Tony said, "Don't forget to like and subscribe." So we, she really got a thrill out of seeing him. And I told him the ELO brought me into Xanadu, but I don't think he heard what I said or cared. I'm not saying he was a jerk. He was nice. It was hard to hear me, and it was hard for me to hear people in that day. It was just not a good costume day. So, I thought that someone said Johnny Whitaker was there, so I was looking for him, and I couldn't find him. So maybe he wasn't even there.
You
And
didn't see Kate Mulgrew? Oh, go ahead.
I didn't see Kate McGrew, but I didn't see anybody hardly. And
Oh, okay.
she said Michael Beck was really nice. But a guy that looked like Johnny Whitaker, he went up to me and complimented me on the costume, said how great it was. So it might have been him, but if he wasn't scheduled there, maybe I was just thinking about Bartow. But anyway, so they had a Too Close for Comfort reunion with the living members, which would have been the kids, Monroe and Sarah and Jackie.
Oh, Jim J.
And
Bullock was there. Yeah.
so but I didn't really even see what he looked like because I was just so not in a good place. But I did kind of hover around because I liked Too Close for Comfort, but I didn't. I I wasn't as big of a fan where I was going to pay for stuff, but I
Yeah.
thought I would hover around and maybe get a wave from him. So Sarah, the real pretty one, the blonde,
Mm.
the second time around, she was telling her, "I want a picture with the robot. I want a picture with him," and she was so excited, kind of like Marta did. She was just real excited to get a picture with the robot. So, and just like Marta, she got a picture with me, and then she just scrambled to give me a signed picture for free. And she had one that she was like half naked. It was almost like a half like prawn shot. But then she went over and got one that had the three of the kids there and signed it and gave that to me.
You can find the other one on the internet, probably.
I'm sure we can, yeah. But she asked, or I had to tell her. I said, I used to love the show when I was growing up, and it was like a gut punch when I found it. Ted Knight floofy, and she was like, yeah, she concurred, and she says, how old are you? And I said 56, and I could have sworn she told her handler. She says, oh, I'm the same age as him. But I couldn't quite. It didn't make sense, and I was like, I wonder if she said that or not. But maybe she was joking because she's 73. But she looked good, for 73. And then here's the big surprise. So I still can't see. It's dark, and all of a sudden I see this sign. It said Kinks. I'm like, the Kinks? I asked Wendy. It's like, what is this? It says, she's like, yeah, somebody from the Kinks is. I'm like, and I look, and it's Dave Davies from the Kinks. I'm like, no way, Dave Davies. So I went and saw him, and what? What?
The cat.
So
Cat thinks she can dig her claws into me, and it's not a good idea.
So he is like really. I told Darren to give me a business card, apology none card, since we're talking rock stars. But he is really old. His handler was like, he was coming out to see me. She's like, you probably shouldn't come out. You should probably stay behind here. That's how old he was. And I came up there. He was really nice. I bought his book, and he held his book there for the picture and just signed his name on it. But he, I can't remember exactly what I said. I think I was saying that you all need to have your own like rock con with, and he was like Biden, that far gone kind of thing.
Oh, wow,
And
really?
so I gave the card back to Darren. I didn't give it to him because he just seemed like he was old, but he tried to pull up my helmet. He's the first person to ever do that. They tried to get a look at me, those rock stars. But that was cool. I can't believe it. I met Dave Davies. Isn't that cool? That was a big surprise for me. And then Wendy got to meet. Tell us who else you met, Wendy, the guy with the beard from
The bald guy with the epic beard.
the Epic Beard. Michael Beck played in Xanadu and in the Warriors movie.
Oh yeah. Hey, he was in a
Lisa-
lot of stuff. He did like every mini series back in those days.
Lisa's asked, was the Warriors a production that the song In the City by Joe Walsh and the Eagles backup vocals? I just realized that I think that's the same time frame, so that's probably right, late 70s. So my stepson Randy saw that picture and he went goo goo over it too because he loved the Warriors. And I'm like, I never saw that movie, but I saw The Wanderers, which was made like the same time, and it was about the same thing basically. But like the Warriors snuffed the Wanderers out. Tony and I and Steve saw it because that was Tony Gagne's first like big movie.
Rest in peace, Tony Gagnon.
Yeah. And when he said, I met Graham McTavish and he was in Outlander and House of the Dragon. Okay.
And The
So-
Witcher.
Yeah. And so she asked him a neat question about his character. What was his biggest like regret, or if he could do something over again. And he kind of went with it with the kind of the plot of the show. That was neat. He probably didn't get. I don't know if he gets that kind of question, but the experiences with the guests were fun. I just any other time I would have gone back and just talked to them. I would have loved to have just talked to John about Trump or talked to Sergeant Gutierrez. I would have loved to have talked because there would have been opportunity to. I was just in such a bad way. In fact, it was so bad that Darren was like, we were thinking the same thing, and Darren was like, when we get out of this room, why don't you just get out totally out of your bodysuit, the costume, and everything, and we'll carry it back, which is what we did. And that was I was going to suggest it too. It was just too much because normally there, and because you haven't seen the costume where it functions right. When it functions right, I can be in that thing for 3 hours and not even uh, think about it. I could just have fun the whole time.
Yeah, it seemed like it worked okay for Pensacon.
Yeah, it always worked okay. There was only one other problem we ever had, and it was the first Pensacon. Lisa and Wendy and I, the butt piece kept falling, and they kept having to go behind me and like pull up the butt piece. But then we figured out. Lisa actually figured out a fix for it with putting the
She got to
Velcro.
walk around holding your ass or something.
Yeah, but she figured out putting Velcro from the butt piece to the legs supported it, and it did. It worked perfect. And so after that, the robot costume was fine. The only other time I ever had kind of and it wasn't the costume's fault. It was Barbara Eden did a photo op and disappeared for 45 minutes, and I was just standing there in one spot. And it wasn't the costume; it was just standing there for 45 minutes. In fact, the costume probably helped me because the legs were so heavy, they just supported me. They were anchors.
Tony, put it away until the show's over.
Is he masturbating again?
Look,
I'm being attacked by a cat.
Oh,
was that a cat tail?
Yes.
But anyway, Lita Ford was there, and Heather Locklear. But I couldn't even like go close to them because I tell you, I was miserable. It was kind of it wasn't fun, and it probably wasn't the best. Darren said it didn't suck as much as he thought it would, but it could have been a lot better. I think if we'd have gone to like a TampaCon or one of the big ones, I think you'd had a lot more fun. And from now on,
bottom there.
Yeah, Joe Flint. I think he's another one of the 52 club.
There it is again.
Ooh.
Where'd you get a cat?
I'm jealess, Tony. That's big.
I don't think you're pretty talented there, Tony.
8 years I've been here, and it's only in the last couple of days that this cat decided to jump up.
This looks Gutshot's missing out on the fun.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's a precious moment.
Little butt, Tony. See my pretty little butt.
No, it's just the tail.
That's sweet. She making love. That's sweet.
When did you get a cat, Tony?
This is landlord's cat.
Came with the house.
Came with the house.
8 years I've been here. The first time the dang thing wants to crawl all over me.
Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe your bosses will do that next. Start snuggling with you.
Be careful. If you die and nobody knows, cats will eat the hell out of your soft parts.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They don't even wait a day.
This is the first time she's even come into my room. Well, the last couple of days.
Oh. Wasn't he on McHale's Navy?
Yes.
The cat?
The cat, yeah.
Not that long.
Okay, there's a few things from chat. Wendy says, I've never seen it. Wendy says, and I think he was also in The Hobbit. And Lisa said, wasn't it one of the dwarves, Wendy? And she says, I'm guessing, laugh out loud. I was hoping to meet Delta Burke, but she had canceled. I remember that. We were looking for her and she wasn't there. And then she said, he was one of the dwarves. And Lisa said, Tony is personally.
Tony has personality.
So that's what it is. You've been chosen.
I was looking up the TampaCon and I saw Lou Ferrigno's replacing Holly Marie Combs. So
there you go, serious? Steve. Now you can give him an ass contact back.
Holly's not going to be there now.
Yes, I'm just watching your face.
Oh, that's sad.
That's a good one. It's a good one, Gunshot.
Because I have a thing for Holly Marie Combs. You know that.
Who didn't? She was the cutest of the three.
She was my favorite charmed one.
Well, I had a thing for Holly Marshall. But you know that.
I had a thing for Holly on Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Which one?
Okay. Darn. Did you? Okay, you went. You didn't see Kate Mulgrew at all anywhere?
No.
Really?
No, maybe she canceled.
Maybe. But you're going down all this list of people you guys saw, but Kate McGrew wasn't in there. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't go.
There's a lot of people there, though.
I don't know if Timmy knows who she is.
I think he explained she was Janeway, but
that's why I asked Darn, because I knew he would know who Captain.
But
Janeway was.
I wouldn't have recognized her because I couldn't see anything anyway.
Oh.
I couldn't pay attention. I was trying to find the people that Tim wanted to look for because he couldn't see. The goddamn Heather Locklear wouldn't leave me alone. Run up to me, is Tim here? Like I already
remembered you from the '80s.
She was rubbing up on Darren like Tony's cat was. Tony
probably thought that you were Riker.
No, she wasn't interested in me. She's asking about Tim, and I said he already met you, bitch. He didn't want to see you.
Lita Ford passed right by Wendy when she was going down the aisle, but I wouldn't even know what she looks like because I tell you it was
no.
Did you say Lita Ford?
Yeah. I just feel bad that I was in I had that opportunity to hang out and have fun with everybody, and I was in such misery.
The Kiss Me Deadly girl.
Yeah, it says Kate McGrew was only there for Saturday. Did you see John Ratzenberger though?
Well, that's when we were there Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, Kate McGoo. That's somebody else.
Kate McGoo.
She's a nearsighted woman. Squinty eyes.
Picture her as Kate McGrew as a captain. We'll find our way back to Earth somewhere. No wonder we're lost in the Delta Quadrant.
You look like when you do that face, Steve. You look like. Who's the guy that did the parrot voice in the Aladdin?
Oh, the guy that does this all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
Bobcat Goldthwait?
No. Fleischer.
He flew feet a few years ago.
Godfried.
No, not Gutfeld.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried. Yes.
Yeah.
He passed away?
Yeah, a few years ago.
I didn't know that. Well, this just sucks. I'm dead now.
Because remember, I used to imitate him imitating Seinfeld.
Huh?
Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah, he died 2 years ago.
Yeah, we were
passed back at 22.
I'm behind the times.
Yeah, because I used to talk about him on the wrong channel because I used to imitate him imitating Jerry Seinfeld because he used to piss off Seinfeld because he would go, "Why do people just put gloves on their hands? Why don't they put gloves on their feet?" But he did it better than me. He did a great Seinfeld, and enough to where it pissed Jerry Seinfeld off. Yeah.
But he didn't always talk like he was. I've seen him do his straight face and straight talk.
Well, yeah, when he does the Seinfeld, he doesn't have that thing. And also he would imitate Groucho Marx when he was like on his circling the drain. When he'd be like on Johnny Carson and he probably shouldn't have been there, he would imitate him like that.
The funniest thing I ever saw Gilbert Gottfried in was the roast of was it George Takei or William Shatner? Two faggots walking a bar. That was just so funny. What was that look for? I'm quoting.
Yeah, I just I don't know how accurately you want to depict that particular performance.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say Shatner anymore, Steve.
Yeah, two Shatners walk into a bar.
Oh yeah, and Randy Quaid was supposed to be there, and we never saw him. He was never at his table. Well, that was his
loss.
Miss him.
He's kind of a big dude.
Well, you know what? I probably would have got a picture with him, so that was his loss.
I saw him a couple of years ago. He was there when they had like the vacation family reunion. Chevy Chase was in. I think this was MegaCon a couple of years ago. Oh, Chevy Chase. Yeah, he is. I didn't want nothing to do with him. The line was too long. He was a dick. He wouldn't even sit out at a table. He had to have a private built-in room.
Oh my gosh, that's like Peter Criss. Same thing. Had a long line and went around the corner to go to his room.
I wouldn't have seen him.
I only would have seen Chevy Chase because he was the drummer of Chameleon Church, but even that's not enough. That's not enough to pay a lot of money.
To me, Chevy Chase falls in the category as Will Ferrell, just not funny to me.
It says Randy Quaid was never at his table, but isn't like Randy Quaid like bonkers?
He was in
No, he
Independence
just
Day.
always plays goofballs.
Yeah. It's funny at Independence Day how he'd walk around saying, the aliens molested me. How come when I say something, nobody laughs? He gets fucking quiet. That's why I don't say nothing anymore.
Oh, go ahead and say it again,
more.
Steve.
No, you got the wrong plan. You got to say more.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just double down. Say it again, Steve.
What?
Because I missed it. I just
Randy
missed
Quaid
your...
walking around in Independence Day saying that the aliens molested me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Everybody thought he was
Independence
nuts.
Day. I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
Independence
It's
Day.
been so long since I saw that movie.
I'm home. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember
I
that.
ever saw it once in the theater back when it was out.
I saw it in the theater, and I'll never forget it because I had double pneumonia at the time. I was close to floofying.
It's just for me, it's just a home movie. I keep telling Jackie it's her relatives coming to visit. So.
But I almost didn't see it because of Will Smith. I cannot stand Will Smith.
Yeah, I'm not a
See,
fan.
they got quiet again. I said something.
I just said I'm not a fan.
No, because I'm thinking Will Smith was in fucking Independence Day.
Yeah, he
He
was.
was
that
the
Will
lead.
Smith. Yeah, I think you were. I thought you were talking about Will Ferrell.
No, Will Smith.
I can't stand either one of them.
Who's that? That guy that was with him. He did.
I know what you're talking about. Kind of Jewish guy with the glasses. Goldblum.
Yeah, Goldblum. He was there. Judd Hirsch or whatever his name was from Taxi was.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them says, "Well, I'm not Jewish," and he goes, "Nobody's perfect." He had a good little Yiddish, whatever his
Bill
accent.
Pullman was in there, and
Bill Pullman, yeah,
like the president.
Yeah,
that's where they lost me. That's where they lost me was the president part and like the first lady's driving a dump truck and stuff. First ladies don't know how to drive a goddamn dump truck. Give me a break and all that.
Yeah, Gary Busey's brother was in it.
No, I guess I knew he had. I only saw recently a picture of him with his brother or something. Kind of looked like him.
Who's Gary Busey's brother?
He played the major at Area 51.
Lucy Busey.
The hell are we watching?
Lucy Busey.
He played the major at Area 51.
Oh, it's one of Tony's car crash videos.
I never saw Area 51, so.
No, in Independence Day, he played the major at Area 51.
Oh, the major.
That hippie guy when that takes over the hippie guy and starts talking through him.
No, that's Brent Spiner.
Oh.
No, okay, I think I know. He actually had a uniform on.
Goofy cat?
Yes.
I think I remember the guy.
Make bread on my belly.
Huh? Are you letting that cat eat your belly?
He's trying to make, making bread, when the cats do.
Oh, he's doing the
They're
paw
kneading?
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he's kneading bread dough or something. Cats love fat people.
I call it making biscuits. They're making biscuits.
Welcome to Literary Corner.
Oh, that's right. Robert Loggia was in it too, or whatever you pronounce his name.
Okay, I'm not going to do this.
What's that?
If I'm going to get stepped on, I'm not going to go into character.
Nobody else knows the cue there, Timmy. That's what it is.
Sorry.
Welcome to Literary Corner is usually the cue.
Yeah.
I'll do it next week.
Okay. Give you a week to practice.
There you go.
It's not like I need to practice.
That's
do
like
it
when,
now. Yeah.
That's like when I was doing Wrong Channel, and I would go, and now that was my Andy setup, and a lot of times I'd get walked on too.
You don't ever do that anymore. Any of your stuff.
Well, it's hard to do the Andy slideshow here because I'd have to put the picture of Andy up or something. I don't know. And you can't see a slideshow anyway.
Literary Corner. You might be asking yourself, what is a corner? Well, a corner is something you get yourself out into. But on this particular show, we're going to try to get out of our literary corner. The book we are covering today is the classic. Oh, they're signaling we're out of time. Tune in next time for Literary Corner.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was kind of a short one because I got to get into it again. I'll try to write some.
Yeah.
Now, what if you're on the outside of the corner? Where it's pointing.
Well, maybe one day we will have a Q&A literary corner.
There you go.
And now, a slideshow presentation by Andy Taylor. I see that they're telling me that we're out of time, so that's the lid today. Thank you.
There you go.
Ken, if you're going to tear me up, maybe we can't do this.
This is the time that this here's the time that Aunt Bee had the pussycat running all over her belly.
Tearing me up.
Now I got to figure a way to do a slideshow, But
well, you've got the slide. You can play your effects. Just do the slideshow thing. You can do the snap. Where it slides to the next thing.
But yeah, but we're doing video here. It'd be kind of cool to see video slides.
Well, we've got imaginations.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay. I forgot I don't even know if I have my click sound effect anymore. I got that from that PSA years ago that I played. It was a real series, one of those. Oh, I don't know what it was. It was probably a Don't Drink and Drive, and it was doing something where it had that clicking sound.
Wait a second, the cop's drunk?
Oh wait, I think this is it.
Yeah, they're allowed.
See if this is it right here.
He's showing the guy how to do it. Okay, I was wondering.
Okay, here it is. Is this it? Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. And this next picture.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That's the same sound I used for the wrong channel.
Cool.
But I can't play. I always like playing the Andy Griffith theme behind me, though. I can't do that here.
Oh, yeah. Unless you tune it down to a different key or something. Maybe that'll trip the bots.
Or play it like a chipmunk or something. And now, a long down. That's not your presentation.
So for if women read Playgirl and look at the guys, do they say I wonder how much he makes?
Pretty much it.
I don't
that magazine failed years ago,
Yeah. I don't think it's their wallet they're looking at, though.
Yes, it is. Have you ever met a woman who's interested in anything else?
Well, that's true too.
Help me, OBGYN. You're my only hope.
I'll tell you what.
Do you think that
OBGYN.
Yeah, that when Luke found out Leia was his sister, and he's like, this doesn't seem right, and it's like, I mean, I had my tongue up your ass, and then and Ben Kenobi says, "Really, now you need to keep that sort of thing to yourselves," It's like...
The voice, Luke. Leave her alone, Luke.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just, totally forget that Ben Kenobi flew feeding there. He's just back again, and he's just in the spaceship with him,
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason anyway.
I'd like to be Luke Skywalker and be doing the nasty, and all of a sudden Ben Kenobi appears and his force goes,
Yeah.
He's on the pot and Ben comes in. It's like, Luke, don't strain like that. You'll get a roid if you keep straining like that.
You'll get the hemorrhoids, Luke.
That's almost as bad. That's almost as bad as Scotty beaming a fart into Captain Kirk's quarters.
Funny.
Oh yeah. Or Captain Kirk on the Titanic. Never mind. I'll go there again.
Now, my book does not even have Captain Kirk in it. So
well, now it will.
Yeah, well.
That's worth just putting a story around that scene there.
Captain, I'm giving it all I got.
Yeah.
I'll beat this bitch if I gotta get out and push.
Oh gosh.
Well, I was just looking the Comic-Con up by you guys at the end of September there, Timmy. Looks pretty nice.
Where? Jacksonville?
Ancient City Con in St. Augustine.
Who's going to be there?
You got a Star Trek reunion of guy who played Tom Paris, who played Harry Kim. Robin Curtis is going to be there. Vanessa Branch.
None of those people were in Star Trek.
Yeah, they were.
Who? Where?
He said the guy who played Tom Paris, which is Robert Duncan McNeil, and
he's going to be
Garrett
there.
Wang.
And Garrett Wang is going to be there.
Never heard
Robin
of
Curtis.
It's Wong.
What do they play like?
Wong number.
If you talk to Garrett Wong and you say Wang, he will. Well, anyway, go ahead.
I never heard of them.
He's about this big. He's not going to beat you up.
He played Ensign Kim on Voyager.
That's not Star Trek.
Impossible?
It is Star Trek more.
It is not.
Star Trek more than Deep Throat 9 was.
I neither one of them were Star Trek to me. This Star Trek is Star Trek.
Oh, you don't know anything about Star Trek.
And then Vanessa Branch.
He did a whole movie about it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's right, you
That
did.
wasn't Star Trek.
Our movie was better than any of the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
The one I'm really interested in is the Starship Troopers reunion. Casper Van Dyne's going to be there. Michael.
I did not
Ironside.
like that movie.
I thought they were all trying to forget, hoping people would forget they were in that movie.
Yeah.
Dina
like it. It
Meyer's
made no
going to be there,
sense.
which she was the hottest one. So
She was.
Okay, we'll get to the part where you said that it's worth going to.
Yeah.
Seth Gilliam's going to be there, and then they're going to have a little bit of people from Star Wars that I'm a Star Wars fan. I don't even know who the fuck they are. So
I don't know.
Doesn't sound like anything I would go to.
I don't
I would go
recognize a
just
single
to see
person
Dina
you
Meyer.
mentioned. To what?
I'd just go just to see Dina Meyer.
Yeah, but she's probably our age.
She is our age, probably older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll pass.
Well, I recognize the name Robin Curtis because she was Savick in one of the movies.
That's Savick. Yeah, she replaced Kirstie Alley.
Yeah.
That's Savick.
If you want to speak my language, you got to, it has to be like people from 70s and 80s, 60s TV and movies and stuff that are not
the problem is there's
that
like
don't have
damn
star
few
in the
left.
name. Do what?
Yeah. I mean, damn few of them still around. I mean, Michael Forrest is, he played Apollo, and then when they went to this sort of Greek planet, and there was a Greek god there, and so they just blew the shit out of his temple just for no reason because they were assholes.
Do you know he made an appearance in Star Trek Continues, the online fan?
Oh yeah, he's still around. He's like 94.
Yeah, he played Apollo, old man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think if they actually did a Galaxy Quest reunion, I would be interested in that. What do you mean? Sigourney Weaver? Well, I mean, what's his name? He floofy. That's sad.
It was a cute show, but that's
come on, it was good.
It
was an all-time classic.
It is. It's better than a lot of
Star made.
Yeah, a lot of Star Trek fans.
Go ahead.
A lot of Star Trek fans consider that more canon and a better Star Trek movie than the Star Trek movies.
It's to me. You're talking about the Galaxy Quest. You're talking about, right?
Yeah.
To me, that was like a stab in the eye to Star Trek.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was. It was like the Brady movies. It was kind of
they were making fun of people who go to conventions and dress up.
Not really,
because they should be made fun of.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Well, no, they didn't make them seem like bad people. I mean, the main kid was like a huge Star Trek nerd, and
to me, Down the Galaxy Quest is the same as when Bill Shatner went on Saturday Night Live and said, "Get a life."
Did you actually watch it? Because it's not that at all.
That's what I get out of Galaxy
Spoiler
Quest.
alerts: the king nerd of all the fanboys basically saved the world. Working with, he's the one that got them to actually go out and he was basically doing the main force behind everything.
It just didn't sit right with me. I'm not saying it was bad. It just didn't sit right with me.
Anyway, if Tim Allen ever went to one of those cons, I would probably pay a good deal.
He's probably trying to forget he did it.
Why?
No, he's famous.
He was talking to. He wanted to do
more
another.
Like him from that than from being a Tool Time.
Yeah, in fact, he was wanting to do another one.
Yeah, well, he probably wised up.
What? You're the first
Steve,
person I've ever known.
I'm sorry, we love you, but you are just wrong.
Oh, because I don't like something that you guys do. How many things?
Because everybody likes
because you're judging it. I bet you didn't see it.
I did too.
People who hate things.
When?
Now I'm going to chime in this. I never saw it. I never watched Galaxy Quest.
I
Sorry.
saw it. We saw it as a group when I was in the Star Trek club, and some of the other Star Trek.
Well, you
club
must have been
members
having
might-
your head down somewhere or not
Nope,
doing it.
nope.
Well,
It
we're
had
gonna have
its
to.
good moments,
I've
but
got the
other than that-
DVD. We're gonna have to do a movie night and watch it because it's worth it.
Oh, you want me to throw up?
Oh, come on.
Now, what was the TV show that they made fun of Star Trek for a little while?
Got the Orville.
60
Yeah.
minutes.
But that was
60
funny.
minutes.
And
60
Dolly
minutes,
Parton
baby.
was on that. She did a guest shot on that.
I remember that vaguely. Yeah.
And then Phil on his Sunday show played that bit.
And then her new album's coming out already.
Dolly Parton is new album.
Dolly Parton, I don't know if you read this. Dolly Parton actually made an album that was not to be released until after her death.
Oh, really? When did
Yes.
she? I wonder when she made that.
When she was alive, I guess.
So, oh man. On that note, I will be right back.
When she was alive.
He has a bunch of funny songs about death.
No, the first one they're releasing is called "Fuck All You Bitches."
Yeah, yeah.
She
And
basically.
Now I wonder on that
telling
vein, in that vein, that after Buddy Holly crashed and died, did they just play? That'll be the day when I die, or did they like not play that one for like a year or two?
I don't think people were as uptight then.
When I die, well, that
Right.
was yesterday, and I
Drove
was
my
in a
Chevy
plane,
to the levee.
and my
and-
glasses up there landed
Yeah.
across the field.
We got another 50 minutes.
That damn
We'll wait.
cat
We'll wait
tore
until
me up.
Steve gets back before we.
Yeah. Hope you have better luck with that animal.
He kind of looks naked. I think it's just the lighting.
He's
Well, they
naked.
kind of are. I mean, they got fur, but that's.
Did I ever
I
tell you
wonder
that
if dogs are like, how the hell can the one on 2 feet always change his fur? I can't change my fur.
Oh.
Did I ever tell you that Gracie and we fostered a naked cat once? They call it a Sphinx cat. Did you ever see those?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I've seen pictures of them.
Yeah, we fostered one once, and I've got a picture of him. He was in the dryer, sleeping in the dryer with some clothes. And, he was a cool cat. The thing is since they don't have fur, you've got to constantly like bathe them. But I think they named him. His name was Yoda, and we had him for a few weeks, I guess, and then found a home for him in Florida. But that was when he lived in Alabama. But yeah, he was a cool cat.
No, Steve, you're done.
Oh yeah, Steve. Wendy said that the Galaxy Quest was a good movie.
Yeah, it was one of the classics.
It is.
Yeah.
I actually found it at Goodwill and bought a copy and played it while I was at work, and it just made me feel good. It was just kind of a nice. It's kind of a daytime movie. You got to watch it in the morning or kind of in the daytime, I think.
If anything, it's making fun of the actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the fans, the alien fans, they like you say, they save the day.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing Tim's character, which was basically Shatner, he was having a bad day, and one of the like the main fanboy was asking him some question about the show, and then he blew up at him and said, "It's just a show," and he really was rude to the kid. So it wasn't the kid's fault. It was basically Tim Allen was kind of being an asshole. So he's the one that sounded like the bad guy, and then when spoilers, when the real aliens abducted Tim and everything, and he came back, he was to save the world or whatever. That's who he looked up, was that main nerd kid, and he called him up and said, "No, this is I'm really in it," and because the kid was like saying, he basically tore him a new one, saying, "I know it's just a TV show, this and that, blah blah blah," and he's like, "The aliens are real." He's like, "I knew it." That was a good show, good movie.
Yeah.
You're not gonna die, guy. Oh yeah. What's my last name?
Oh, the red shirt.
Yeah.
It was very well made. Kudos to them. And Sigourney Weaver looked good in blonde hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
I don't think I would have ever known it was her. It just totally changed her whole everything.
Yeah.
Boy, like Dick Van Dyke's show when Laura accidentally dyed her hair blonde or something. Or no,
Yeah.
it wasn't accidentally. She wanted to do it to impress Rob because he said, he'd said something about a blonde. And so she had her whole hair dyed like this blonde. And then she kind of hinted about it on the phone. He's like, no, I love you just the way you are. And she's like, oh no. So she tried to get it brown and then ended up ruining it. And it's like, just leave it as blonde because she looked good. Remember that? Well, she looked good with the blonde hair. I don't know. She just did.
I looked
Just
good
like,
with blonde hair.
you what?
I looked good with blonde hair. Not really.
Oh, for God's sake, Steve. We didn't, oh, for fuck's sake. We just said we liked the movie and that you probably need to see it again. That's all.
Yeah.
He thinks we're mad at him. We're not. Oh, for gosh.
Well, no,
But
he's
yeah,
mad at us because we actually said something.
but anyway, Laura, what was it? Carol Brady, when she like went as Cleopatra or whatever, and she had the long dark wig, she looked hot.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of the opposite. I thought maybe it had to do with her having longer hair, but yet she looked good for the first time because I never had any kind of attraction to her until she like had that wig on. Isn't that funny? That hair can make such a big difference.
Yeah, I think your hairdo was kind of specifically designed on the show so she wouldn't be sexy.
Yeah, I guess so. She was like she made me not even want to have Wesson oil because it made me
Yeah.
think of her. Yeah. Now Shirley Partridge had almost the same hair too, and she looked hot though.
I don't think I ever saw a Partridge show.
Yeah, there's some people that said it was funnier than the Brady's, and there's some people that says it wasn't funnier, that it was just too topical. Like they would talk about women's lib episodes and different things. I'd
I've
seen
never seen the
some.
vacation movies.
I didn't like the vacation movies either, Steve. In fact, I had a conversation with Wendy because her brother's like it's almost like a religion to him, and she was wanting to get a picture with Randy
Randy
Quaid
Quaid.
for him, and um, I thought the European vacation one was okay. I had a couple laughs, but I don't. I actually went to a party with these people that had it was like their religion, and it was a Christmas party where they had pizzas, and it was their Christmas vacation party, and I just didn't really like it. I don't know. I,
I like the first
I-
one.
you like the
Christmas.
first one?
Yeah, and the Christmas one was okay.
That's what we're talking about, the Christmas one. There's a couple parts that were all right. It just isn't for me. It just didn't ring home. I think part of the problem was for a Christmas movie for me to work, there has to be a I don't know what I'm saying, but the whole thing evolved around him, spoilers, the whole thing evolved around him expecting a Christmas bonus of $10,000 and not getting it. And it's like
Yeah.
the guy's rich, he lives in a mansion, and we're supposed to feel sorry for him because he didn't get a $10,000 Christmas bonus and got a jelly club instead. It's just like, who cares? He's still rich, he's got a mansion, so we can't get a swimming pool this year. It's just like, for God's sakes, I guess it's a comedy and you got to look at it as that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It just there to me the laughs weren't really there, and so that and the message wasn't there either. The Christmas message was it was okay. It wasn't terrible. I'm with you, Steve. I'm not much for the vacation movies. He loved Porky's. Well, I love Porky's. It's a classic.
I didn't think I would like it. I generally didn't really care for the that genre of like teenage gross out movies. But then it sort of started it, and everybody else kind of piled the crud on top of it.
Yeah,
It was one of the first.
And even Darren and I were watching it together, and because we saw it in the theater, and that part where Mickey got the shit kicked out of him by Porky, and they were, he was at the diner there, and the cops saying his lungs collapsed, and it was pretty well done. And we kind of looked at each other, and it's like they kind of put the drama in this just right, where it wasn't heavy-handed, but it worked with kind of like the Apology on the last page of Summer, where it got very dark and dramatic toward the end, but it still it still was the same movie, and it still had its grooviness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it was influenced a little bit by Porky's there. It's like, how do you put a little bit of drama and not pull people out of the movie with it?
Yeah.
Well, even Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I mean, these are all spoilers, but remember at the end or toward the end when
oh yeah,
when Steve Martin's character just ripped John Candy's character a new one for just ruining his whole time, this and that, and just seeing John Candy's character, just kind of the way he was looking and kind of breathing heavy at him. That was even my mom when she was watching it, or it might have been Gracie watching. It's like, wow, was uncalled for. He was being really mean to him. It was nice. It was a nice piece of drama in that comedy that didn't take away from the comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You seen that, Steve?
What's that?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
I'm just saying, there's some movies. If a movie's done right, and I think that was particular of movies from like the 80s and 90s when they were really good, where you could have a comedy and you could put a little drama and not pull someone out of the movie and make it work.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about. Porky's did that. I think it did it nicely. Now the second one, they really went in with the KKK and they just went way over the top with all that shit. Even Tony Gagnos admitted that.
Yeah, I didn't like the KKK part, but I thought making the congressman eat his own shit was funny with her with the big boobs bouncing in the French restaurant.
I don't remember shit.
You don't remember that?
I saw it the one time.
What, did she like dip something in the toilet or something?
No, it was figure of speech. She
with Porky's, you never know. That's why I was.
Yeah.
I remember her boob broke.
Yeah.
In the punch bowl or something.
She
was throwing up in the.
Yeah, it was all set up for that councilman.
Whatever happened to her? Because I never really saw anybody from Porky's in anything else but that.
Her name was Khaki Hunter, who played that.
I mean, Kim Basinger is about the only one I think broke out of the Porky's and into something else.
Kim Basinger wasn't in Porky's.
Well, who was it?
That was
Kim Cattrall. Kim Cattrall.
Yeah,
Kim Cattrall. Okay, same difference. Women in the 80s.
Oh, no.
But I had heard
Beulah Ballbreaker.
Yeah,
Nancy Parsons. I haven't seen her in anything else than that.
She passed away.
Well, yeah, I think all the elders did.
She did make an appearance in the Next Generation episode.
I think one of the things that got me about that movie, and I think I mentioned it to Tony Gagnos, was that like Porky and Beulah, how good they're acting, because he said how nice they were behind the scenes, and it's just like, you wouldn't think, because boy, Porky seemed like a son of a bitch. I mean, that's good acting. We are what?
Talking. Well, just in case somebody had their volume down, I figured I'd let them know.
Oh, good idea, Darren. We'll do that next week, and so Tony doesn't cuss at us for 5 minutes.
Well, it's just I wouldn't put it past any of you to do that because you love seeing me angry.
Well, we do love seeing you angry, but we wouldn't have done that so close to the show starting.
Don't you remember that one time a couple of years ago where we could hear each other, but we were all sitting there going, and Putt was in, or we were doing it to Putt or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've got it somewhere on the timeline. I need to do another Precious Moments. I need to get another one together.
Okay,
we got some precious moments.
Got a lot of them.
Khaki Hunter. Her last role was in a film called The Way We Were in '84. No, in 91. A film called Tropical Heat, and she retired from acting, and she became a teacher of whitewater rafting in Utah.
Now, was she the girl that was one of the guys in Porky's, basically?
Uh,
The Michael Hunt girl?
yeah,
Okay.
she was the one that said, "Anybody see Mike Hunt?"
Okay. Yeah, that's who I
Wendy
thought you were
Williams.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
who it is. And she was the one she got in that red dress with the big boobs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And she said, everybody's done Wendy Williams. She's like a doorknob. Everybody's sticking it to her.
Well,
But
I actually liked the third one because I loved Balbricker's story arc when they kind of redeemed her a bit. I really thought that was nice. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. They had when they added like some feel good stuff or some touchy stuff in with the silliness. It worked. It was really nice.
One more thing about Kaki. Do you know she's 70 years old now?
Oh yeah.
She's born in 50. Wow, I didn't. She was born in 55. So she was 30 when she did Porky's.
Which means she's older than Kim Cattrall, who was the teacher.
Yeah.
Who was
Mark
30?
was 30 was 29 when she started Married with Children. I
Who
decided
was?
cute.
Who was?
The neighbor Marcy. I
Oh,
didn't notice she was cute the first time I watched it, but then on the reruns, I'm like,
was she a lesbian in real life or just on the show?
Yes, she wouldn't have liked you.
Yeah.
none of them like me. I had nothing to do with it.
I have a picture of I think it was in one of my automobile magazines from the 80s. There's a picture of a Mustang convertible, like an 80s one. It's not like a real Mustang, but and it was a promotional image, and they had this woman driving. She looked exactly like Marcy. I wonder if it was really her because she looked exactly like her.
She was pretty in the early days of Married with Children. I'll say that much.
She was all right.
But I liked Katie Seagal better.
I liked Katie Seagal. She came out with some album where she was like looking all sultry, standing in the doorway. And I remember Jack Porter, who was my roommate at the time. He says, "Oh, I'm going to go rob a liquor store so I can buy this." That's all I remember about that.
She could play a real evil bitch too. There was a short-lived series on TV called Hotel, or something along that. It was based around it. No, it was called Grand Hotel.
I think
huh?
Well, I thought you were going to say she could play a bitch. There was a series called Married with Children.
no, she played some real badass gangster lady or something. And man, she could really put that on. She's a good actress.
She played in the Sons of Anarchy.
Did she?
Yeah, I never saw
she
that
was
one.
she was kind of like the unsung leader of the group.
Wow. But I thought it was worse when they put her on the Connors. Like that was supposed to be Dan's new wife after Roseanne passed away.
Well, I liked Katie Seagal when she didn't have the bouffant back in the day. I would have gone out with her,
Yeah. Well, that was just for the show, the red bouffant and everything. You mean?
Shit, I think back when I was a kid, I thought Laverne looked all right.
Yeah.
Kind of office hot. I guess we'd call it
Laverne.
office hot.
Fanny Marshall.
Yeah. I mean, it's back in the day. I'm not, back in the 70s, she looked all right.
Yeah. I kind of thought Cindy Williams was kind of cute.
Well, I didn't think Cindy Williams looked cute on the show, but when on American Graffiti, she was really hot. And I think she was on The Wanderers too. She looked good then. They did something to her on that show where she didn't look hot. But in the movies she did. She was really cute.
She was in The Wanderers?
I thought she was. Look it up. I thought she was. Or wait, would she been too big of a star? I don't know. I could have sworn.
Leave the kid alone.
Oh, he's going to sue you from the grave now.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
Hey, Steve, you can use that anytime you want now that he's floofied.
I've said this before. Hot from like the 70s and 80s. Remember growing up, if you watched a little bit of Little House on the Prairie, you thought Laura and Mary were hot, and then as you got older, you said, "Well, shit, Mom's kind of hot,"
Yeah, now you're like, now you got the hots for Grandma Walton.
Granny on Beverly Hillbillies kind of.
I did. Grandma from Beverly Hillbillies, or Granny.
Yeah.
I saw her with her granny makeup back at the time. She looked, she was pretty.
Oh yeah. They really. There was a lot of age makeup on her in that.
Irene
show.
Ryan, was that her name?
Yeah.
What did you relate to Jerry Ryan?
Yeah.
Now, wasn't
Now, speaking of people that were older in the, wasn't Ellie Mae? Wasn't she like a lot older than what
She was like
her?
35 or 40.
Donna
Yeah.
Douglas.
Think so. I'll have to look that up.
No,
Tony,
not
is that what cops did in the 50s? If there's a woman lying in the road from an auto accident, they kind of shove her with their foot to see if she's still alive. Is that what
That's
they
what
do?
we
Back
do.
then, yeah, there was no paramedics. None of that shit, man. If you died, you died.
This is the day. This is the days before the paramedics. Yeah.
The cops are saying, I ain't touching that bitch.
blood all over your hands.
Well,
Yeah,
there's a time that I remember we had a dead girl in Mayberry, and well, I looked over her and I knew she was dead as a fucking doorknob. I kicked her and she slapped my silly, so she wasn't dead.
That's how you get cooties, Andy.
That's what I heard was wrong with Andy Griffith Mayberry. That none of the men were married. Nobody was married in Mayberry.
Except
they're all
one,
widowers.
except Otis, who was the
Otis,
drunk.
yeah,
who was the
Well,
drunk.
that's why he was drunk all the time, because he was married.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Donna Douglas was actually, she was born in 32, so she was 30 in the first season of Beverly Hillbillies.
Okay.
But he not only was he the town drunk and the only one married, but he would purposely lock himself in jail rather than go home every night.
Oh, yeah. Can you blame him? And they never showed Otis's wife, though, did they?
Probably not.
I gotta watch some of those old Andy Griffith shows again. They were classic.
Who the hell was Andy's wife that that he had Opie
She died.
That's right.
That's
Well,
why they bring.
he did marry Miss Crump, though.
Oh, okay.
He did marry Helen towards the end of the series.
That's disgusting, Steve.
That's why they don't let Barney carry bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he carries one in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is probably all full of sweat.
But they
probably
did
wouldn't
have
even
girlfriends.
fire.
Like Andy had Helen, and Barney had Thelma
Well, those
Lou.
girlfriends are just people that went on dates with occasionally.
Yeah, they just went on dates. They never were slapping each other's cheeks and stuff. You know what? Opie did with Aunt B though.
Slap cheeks.
Yeah.
Urban legend.
Urban legend.
Wow.
Hey, that would be that's disgusting. Andy hears the commotion. He goes into the room, and there's Aunt B with her heels up, and Opie. Oh, it's Opie! That's disgusting.
Go get her, Opie. There's my boy.
Or maybe Opie opens the door and it's Andy, and oh, that's disgusting, Steve. You're so gross.
Max Baer as Jethro is the only survivor from Beverly Hills.
He's still around. He's probably
Wendy and I were talking about
88.
him. Yeah,
He's
we were
88, and he's 5 years younger than Don Douglas.
Wow.
And we were wondering why he doesn't do some of these Comic Cons. Maybe he does. I don't know.
He should. I know he's a businessman now, I think.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, well, he ended
88.
up producing movies and stuff because he couldn't get cast anywhere because he was so typecast. So he got it on the production side of movies.
That's
he only got a 6th grade education.
Well, that's why he went to Oxford.
Oh, like that guy in England that went to Oxford and turned out he lied about everything, and then when they finally found out about it, he floofied himself.
Yeah, but Jethro would say he went to Oxford, which is true. He went to Oxford Elementary School in Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's what that was. It's serious. They explained that.
Well, what's his name that played Walter O'Reilly in MASH? He lives 30 minutes from here, and people say he outwalks his dog every day.
He lives.
But he's like in his 70s or 80s.
Is that Corporal Klinger?
I've heard that
Gary Berghoff.
Gary Berghoff. I heard he was an asshole though.
Yeah, he might be.
I know. Which one are you talking
But then again, we all heard that Larry Wilcox was an asshole, and Timmy says he was the nicest guy I ever met.
No, he says Wilcox just has TD. How do you say it?
TDS.
Well, no, I saw the Facebook post. I saw the Facebook post that I met Larry Wilcox. He was the nicest guy I ever met. Big smiles.
Well, that's what people
Now,
keep
Timmy,
saying
if
about
you would have said
Rigno,
go Trump, that probably would have changed instantly.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine taking the piss like that. I'm sure there's somebody who'd be an asshole enough to do that, but
take a piss. What do you mean?
Like tell Larry Wilcox when you're shaking his hand something about, put on the Trump hat. Or I can't imagine like that's what you'd call taking the piss. Kind of.
I wouldn't do that, but a lot of the time I had to do the talking for Tim because he couldn't really understand what was going on.
Yeah.
I could see myself doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, telling
things that Tim didn't say.
Well, Wilcox, that's different if you're putting someone else on the hook, But
Wilcox would. I picture this like Wilcox was, talking, and then Darn's over there translating. Yeah, he says that Trump's the best president ever.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad. I mean, we could talk to each other, okay? It was just, I think it was just that I was almost in another world. I was just so not with it because of being uncomfortable and it being hard to see and kind of hard to hear. I don't know why not having a fan would make it hard to hear, but it just, I don't know. Maybe that was part of the pain, kind of.
How was Robert Pine?
He was very, very nice guy. And
that's Chris
I actually, Chris, but I had told him, as a robot, I said that he's my, that he was my favorite
chip.
Yeah, he was my favorite chip, and he's like, "Oh man, shit, no," or he might have said, "Oh, thank you." It was one of the two. I can't remember which one he said.
Well, because everybody's probably slobbering over Ponch. Usually, that's probably why.
Usually, but yeah, I think he really was my favorite. He was just he always kept us cool. He was just always a pleasure to watch.
I don't know. The blonde that wore her, chip uniform unbuttoned halfway down was, my.
Oh yeah, I thought that was kind of slutty.
Randy Oaks.
Did you? You probably not. I did not know this until not long ago that Michael Dorn was in Chips.
Yes.
Before he was Worf.
The black officer with the afro.
Oh, he had an afro. Oh, I got to go back and see that. That might be weird.
Well, he had to if it was from the
wasn't
early.
Like this kind of afro, but
yeah, he didn't have a turtle on his damn head.
Oh. I protest. I am not a chip.
I would have loved to. I would have liked to have been a stuntman on that show. I just loved watching those cars go 10 miles an hour, and I'll go. I don't know. I don't know if it was a California thing about having ramps in the back of your car, but.
I heard they did a lot of those scenes on, I don't know, closed highways that were still in construction or something.
Oh yeah.
And they would just put extra cars on it for filming.
Yeah, it's probably the same highway each time. And Wendy said, I looked at it, that he wanted the perfect Christmas, but everything went wrong. I think she's talking about us trying to get an autographed picture for her brother and everything going wrong Saturday. No, I think she's talking about the movie.
That chat was from back when you were talking about vacation movies.
I know, I'm kind of making a joke about it. She's talking about European Christmas Vacation. Yeah. I should make a joke.
Here you go, Steve. Here's one, got the guy who played Tuvok. What's his name?
Tim Russ.
Tim Russ. Do you know what he's most famous for?
What's that?
Spaceballs.
Yeah, that's right. I remember he had a little bit of an afro, didn't he?
We ain't found shit.
Yeah,
I thought he was. I thought he was most famous for after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He said, "This is the only Kirk that matters," and had a picture of Captain Kirk on his Twitter.
Is that the one that said that?
Yeah, I remember he had a name similar to mine.
Tim Russ. Did Tim Russ actually say that? Charlie Kirk?
Somebody showed it on the internet, and of course you can believe everything on the internet. So if that's bull, it's worth looking up. But I didn't know anything about the guy until I saw that.
I can't believe somebody would be that inhuman just because somebody's.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Because that was just a horrible thing that happened, and very
Well, shoot, even Darren and I were talking, even Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a big lefty, even she started crying when she talked about it. And
really?
Yeah, and Rob Reiner, when he was interviewed, he said he was horrified. And I mean, he had that TDS real bad, but even he said and I believe him too.
Yeah.
He doesn't have TDS anymore. He got over it.
It was sad. I sure didn't. I kind of liked to laugh at him over his TDS, that he was going to he had himself committed over it. We thought it was funny. I didn't want to see that happen to him.
Did Rob Reiner get murdered?
Yeah.
Yes,
by his son.
By his son, that's right.
Terrible. Terrible.
Him and his wife both.
I mean,
What
allegedly, but we're not in the legal system, so we don't have to say all that shit.
Yeah, but what was the reason? Did anybody find out?
Well, his son was bonkers and on drugs.
Well,
Yeah, the trial still hasn't started yet.
Yeah, they were at a party. They were at a
forever.
party. Conan O'Brien had a Christmas party, and they were all there. And they took his son because his son needed to be supervised because he was so out there,
Mhm.
and he was going up to everybody, provoking them,
Sheesh.
and caused a fight or an argument between him and his dad. And later that night, he had stabbed them both in their bed. It's terrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
He unalived
Horrible.
them.
Yeah,
See,
it
I'm the
was
same
awful.
way. I never agreed politically with Rob Reiner, but that's just horrible what happened to him.
It is, and I think that's kind of the difference between real human beings and some of these others that like celebrated Charlie Kirk's death and all
Oh,
that.
like the first time Trump was shot at, everybody going around saying, "Oh, the guy missed." They need to hire. I forget.
Oh,
how
it
they
ruined
said
Jack Black's career, or at least Tenacious D. It ruined their whole. I mean, Tenacious D broke up because of that stupid joke.
it.
Yeah, that was
really?
KG. Yes, what you want for your birthday? And or he said, "Don't miss."
Don't
And
miss
Jack
next
Black-
time.
Jack Black was like, "Fuck," and then he just stopped the show, and that was it.
Yeah, he fired him, and
So
they'd been
I
a.
don't blame Jack Black for that one.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's just a thing about being politically active and being inhuman. There's just you got to
Being civil.
Yeah,
like I can't stand Clinton or Biden or anything, but I don't want to see anything happen to him.
well, even John Fogerty, because you remember how his manager effed him
Yeah.
every different way over the past, where, basically ruined his life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Howard Stern asked him, when he found out that he floofied, what'd he do? And he said, nothing really, didn't think anything about it. Because you'd think he'd dance on his grave, a lot of people would. Just
Yeah. I saw a news headline. I didn't click on it, but it was something about John Fogerty finally has the rights to his songs back.
Really?
Really? Now that he's 92.
Is he that old? Really?
No,
No. Whenever Timmy says somebody's age, subtract 10.
That is true.
John Fogerty.
He's a boomer, so he's probably that age.
He was born in 45. He's
he's silent.
81.
81.
Yeah.
Can't believe I met Dave Davies. Isn't that something? Wow.
Oh yeah.
But I can't believe that John Fogerty got in trouble for almost, what was that? The Old Man Down the Road or something like that.
Saying because it sounded too much like Green River. But you know what? You know what's worse? What's worse? I'll give you this. His former bandmates told on him. They're the ones that told his manager, hey, he just has a new song in his solo album that sounds like his one. Why don't you sue him? What a bunch of fucking bastards.
And I think sounding like himself.
Yeah, but it's not just that he sued for sounding like himself. It's that his former bandmates ratted on him.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Fogerty fan. I think he's kind of one of those people that said that Trump couldn't play his song on his, whatever. But still, I still respect the guy, despite that. You know what? If he's going to be that way, fine. It's when people cross the line and start saying the supporters are not uneducated and this and that. That's when it really pisses me off. When they actually start degrading the people that vote different than them, and that's about half of Hollywood now. Do that shit.
I've been binge watching Nip Tuck. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yes.
It was from the early 2000s, and it's not a bad show, but I was surprised. Rosie O'Donnell had a appearance on there, and I always hated her, but she was funny on that.
Yeah, it was probably AI. They probably did something.
No, this is the early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Before AI.
Well,
I thought Rosie O'Donnell was funny in places, and I always thought she was a complete idiot.
I thought she was. I thought she was funny on A League of Their Own. She was.
I didn't see that one. I thought she did a good Betty Rubble. Yeah. She's a good Betty Rubble.
Yeah, but I didn't think Betty Rubble was a porker, though.
Yeah, that's what.
A lot of people said that she was cuter than Wilma in the cartoon, so I would have thought they'd.
But maybe it's because Rosie O'Donnell's the only one who could have done the Betty Rubble laugh.
Oh, she did do the laugh, okay, but
well, I think Wilma was taller and maybe thinner.
And then they had Rick Moranis play opposite her as Barney Rubble. What a contrast,
He didn't seem fat enough, but he did an okay job. I thought John Goodman was perfect as Fred.
I never thought.
Oh my God, yeah, perfect.
I never thought Barney was fat. I thought Barney was always just very stocky.
He looked like a Weeble Wobble.
Yeah. That's funny, Fred.
Well, he wasn't round though. He was kind of square, kind of boxy looking.
Didn't Mel Blanc do his voice?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, he did Barney's voice?
And the girl did Betty Rubble's voice. She started out, she was on Petticoat Junction. She was on Beverly Hillbillies, B something.
Remember when we talked about the Petticoat Junction, how the girls used to bathe in the water tower?
Yeah.
And I thought it would be funny to have an episode where the older woman, she's running the kitchen faucet, and all of a sudden the turd comes out, and one of the women tells the other one, says, "I told you." Thought it was funny.
Yeah, that was the
Way to go, Einstein.
That was the water for the locomotive, so there would have been poo coming out of the steam engine.
Oh, I just thought it would have been a funny joke, not like everything in
I
sitcoms
know, but
and
that's
stuff.
one
To
of
us.
your jokes.
I
It wouldn't be
actually kinda
funny
like
at
that.
all. Steve,
Going back to
Steve,
it,
explain
Steve,
to him why it's not funny at all.
Yeah, explain, Steve.
Why what?
Why my joke wasn't funny.
About the poop out of the faucet?
Evidently, it's funny because I laughed at it. My own joke, hearing it back at me.
You laughed.
I didn't think wasn't funny. It was just like picturing poop coming out of a faucet.
That's why most faucets
paid
have
money
those
for that.
screens now underneath.
Now you're just talking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that movie earlier, League of Their Own, it was Lori Petty and Gina Davis and hell, Tom Hanks and
He was a chick?
no, but he was the manager of the baseball team.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I never saw that. I'm not much into girl power.
Oh, did you hear? Speaking of movies, they already green-lighted the Michael 2 next Michael Jackson movie, and I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was good.
Really?
Well, you saw what happened at Daytona this past weekend, right?
Who?
At the Daytona Raceway this past weekend at the race.
What happened?
Tom Cruise debuted the trailer for Days of Thunder 2 with Anne Hathaway.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bobby Brady backed out into the track again.
Bobby Brady, the movie.
So I saw on YouTube, I saw a really cheesy kind of Beach Boys movie. It was half cheesy, but half kind of good. I didn't know what to think about it. I'm like, there's already been 100 Beach Boys movies. And then I realized it was made in 1990. It was Summer Dreams. And I'd seen that. It focused more on Dennis. And it wasn't that bad. But the problem I had with it that made it cheesy is both Dennis and Brian had very heavy Brooklyn accents.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Summer Dreams. And it's on YouTube. You can watch the whole movie. But it's like, their father Murray is in the control room giving them a hell while he's trying to sing. And he's like, "Would you quit stepping on my fucking dick?" And it's like these guys are supposed to be from Hawthorne, Long Beach, California. Yeah. And they're both talking like, "What the fuck, man? It's like, come on, guys. What's this? I mean, it wasn't just Brooklyn. It was like the caricature greaser from Brooklyn kind of thing. That's
weird.
Yeah, that like the Schoolhouse Rock, Yeah, and both of them did. What the Brian? What the It's like, what? But there were some good scenes. They really did. They did some good stuff with it. It had a lot to do with Dennis and Manson, and it was really kind of followed his story arc. But it was good. I recommend seeing it. It's on. I guess there's like
from there. Because Murray was born in Kansas. So
it was an odd casting choice, really odd. Yeah. But it wasn't bad. I think it was just the accents that I thought.
I just saw a clip of it, and I've seen it before. Okay.
Yeah, when I watched it, I mean, on YouTube, I was thinking this must be newer. Don't they understand it's already been done? And then I realized, oh, this is the one that was done a long
Yeah.
time ago, and I had seen it years ago, and it was good seeing it again. It's not
So
bad. It's just,
the part where he drowns, Dennis drowns, which
oh, you did
surprises me.
spoilers.
Well, if you don't know the history of Dennis Wilson by now, then, but I thought he was the only one of the Beach Boys who really was a surfer and a good swimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem was they actually got it right how he drowned. His yacht was repoed, but before it was repoed, he had a fight with his girlfriend. Very much, she looked like the one from the groupie from The Wall. That remember he trashed the hotel room
Mm.
and was throwing shit at her. Well, she looked like him, and Dennis was doing the same thing in the yacht, and he started throwing all of her stuff overboard. Well, after his yacht was repoed, he was there where it used to be, and a couple of his friends were there, and he just basically dove in to start to find the stuff, and he just didn't come back up. And they did that pretty well. They did his, and I'm like, yeah, that's how he floofied, you know.
Well, he was
All I know
young
is his
too.
daughter was. I
Do
really
what?
liked his daughter.
Oh, I recommend you see if you want something that's more interesting than a movie. There's from like the early '80s. They were on Good Morning America, and Dennis was strung out
I saw
bad,
that. He was
bad.
like
It was
passed
like
out
you
almost.
couldn't have written that for a movie. He was laying over everybody and just couldn't stop. He was having his feet up on every. He was just kept squirming and they were trying to ask. Basically Carl was kind of the spokesman for them, and he was trying to hold it together. And looking at every one of the Beach Boys, they were livid. I mean, they had smoke coming out of their ears. It's worth a watch just for the drama of it.
Yeah.
And they asked Brian what kind of music he listens to, and he said, "I listen to Be My Baby by the Shirelles or the Ronettes." He just said it so straight laced. It was so weird and surreal watching them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recommend it. It's on YouTube. I only discovered it maybe a month ago. I'd never seen that before. And it's like, wow, that was bad. And,
I had a crush on Wendy Wilson, if that means anything.
oh, was she one of the uh, Wilson Phillips?
Yes.
We met her. We met them. Wendy Lou and I at the first Fanboy Con, the really good one. I think, boy, if you'd have gone to that one, you'd have had probably a different outlook on it. It was fun, and my costume didn't sabotage me. It was fun. We were able to talk with people for a while and have a good time. That's when the Wonka kids were there and Three's Company. Even the Fanboy Con did really good with it. It was big too. It was so big you could almost get lost. This one, it's just a ballroom, and the celebrities were just around the wall. So it was like a U shape where they were. Uh, I would have had a better time so from now on, I'm going to try to make a new costume. You remember when I wore that draconian head and I was kind of that silver kind of warrior kind of thing on BabbleGab? I want to maybe do that one, but I want to resurrect my rock and roll kind of dragon one where I actually have jeans and where I want to do it where I don't have to paint myself, where I can just have a bodysuit and have some some scrappy jeans, maybe have some fake feet that go over some sneakers. I want to have something that will look good and kind of be with my character, with my dragon kind of persona that I like to do, but something I can just put in a box and have it as a backup, where if there's a catastrophe like that, I can just put something else on without having to paint myself. And she
Can I
said
have
the other
your,
ones were at the convention center. Yeah, that's
Can I
true.
have your Gator Man thing ready for the one in Bartow?
That's my goal, and I've got the head printed, so I just need to finish it up and put a jaw mechanism on it. I think it just scares me, because I'm just afraid it's not going to work again, But I need to get on it. I'm working.
What's the song you played, Steve? Get down on it, get up off it.
Yeah, get down on it, cool the game.
And then it was get down on it, get back up. Get up off it.
You know, they actually stole from themselves. Cool in the Gang. They had that song
They should
"Get
have sued
Down on It."
themselves.
Yeah. But they also did a song that didn't chart, but it was in the pirate movie called "Everybody Stand Up and Sing," which is basically the same as "Get Down on It." And I'm sitting there in the theater watching the movie. I'm like, this sounds like "Get Down on It." Everybody stand up and sing. Get down on it.
Get up off it.
Get back up again. There was a song dedicated to the unsuckable Molly Brown.
Yeah, there you go.
Where'd Timmy go? 5 minutes before the
Well,
show.
he held it. This is the first break he's taken, so I guess his pills are working.
I guess he didn't want to pee his pants, I guess. I don't know. And then, so, Darren, you and Gottschalk, you guys going to go to the Bartow convention then, right?
I've already got tickets for it.
Do you? Maybe I should buy the ticket.
If everybody goes, I can go.
What?
If everybody goes, I can go.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go.
That's for your birthday too. We'll even take you out to dinner, darn, just for your birthday.
When's your birthday?
November 7th.
Is it really? Wow, cool. See, there you go. Yeah, we'll make a day of it. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe
fun. I want to do it, and it's not. I mean, this is rinky dink. There's like going to be 3 people there.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a big deal. And I'm not doing the robot. I'm just doing the gator. So there shouldn't be a lot of hassle.
Yeah, I'm not even wearing a Starfleet. I'm just going to wear a Starfleet T-shirt or some shit.
I ain't wearing shit.
Well, you're going naked.
Oh, you're going to go naked?
Wear a T-shirt with a picture of Darth Vader on it.
I have a really funny T-shirt. I should wear it sometime. It says Darmok and Gelada Tanagra, and it's got that alien with Picard, and it's like a band. The place is Tanagra.
I've seen that.
It's hilarious.
Well, you've got, and Gottschalk does have a Vader helmet.
Do you really? You got to wear that.
Just wear the top part of it, the part that covers your scalp.
Oh yeah, just the black. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. No, back in '77, a guy at my high school had a T-shirt, and it was like, you ever see those T-shirts that are printed with like the puffy lettering on it?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Darth Vader Lives, but it was spelled Vadar.
Oh,
so it had to have been just somebody's knockoff. Misspelled Vader.
Yeah, I want to go to Bartow. I want to go to the Bartow con with Timmy when he's wearing his Gator Man, and we walk up to Wesley and Kathy, and I go, look at that, the slee stack, and then over here you got the sleazy stack, and.
You know what we should do?
We will have to because I'm not going to tell them we're coming or I'm coming, so we have to figure it out.
I have an idea. Why don't we all get dressed up as Slee Stack?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, because everybody wants to see a fat Slee Stack. Yeah,
there you go. Why not?
A well-fed Slee Stack.
Well-fed.
Yeah. All we got to do is go.
The Slee Stack Mama or the Slee Stack God.
How many times over the past 50 years do you think Wesley and Kathy have heard?
Well, Wesley's boyfriend always dresses up at that Slee Stack at those things, but it's kind of a cheap suit. It almost looks like pajamas, kind of.
Yeah.
And nobody's commented on my new look.
Oh, the Jaguar with feet.
Yeah.
I see the leaves. Oh, your car's the same color as the leaves. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have wheels. I've got like limbs.
I thought you were kind of it looked like a combination between a car and a grasshopper.
A little bit, yeah, kind of like that.
A car hop.
I need to work on it more because my
don't do that when I'm taking a drink.
car.
Now, will we all meet there? Or are you guys gonna come? Or Timmy and Darn, you gonna come by here in Ocala? We'll go. Here?
I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take me an hour to get into makeup.
Yeah. What time does it start?
I don't know. And they better not cancel.
Oh my God! If they do, I'm gonna be pissed. What is it like an hour from here?
Because Timmy's also going to see Johnny Whitaker. So
yeah, I want to see him. So it's like an hour from here, right? Right, guys.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hours from where I don't know if Wendy's interested or not. But I don't think I'll take the truck because I'm putting so many miles on it. But I won't need the truck for the Gator. but I don't know. We'll figure it out. We've got a couple months. I got to get the gator done, and gator done.
Gator
It
done.
doesn't really have like hours. It just
Gator done.
gator done.
I might have Darren help me with the jaw thing if I can't get it. I think the jaw will. I think I'll get it to work because a lot of it is there was just no substance with that last mask. There was nothing for the. There's no substance for anything to grab onto, for it to work. And this one's a lot thicker, a lot sturdier.
That's what she said.
Oh wow, nice. That gets me horny.
And actually, at this point, you can buy. Maybe I need to do that. You can buy a VIP upgrade for an extra $5. So for $30, you can have all access VIP access to BartoCon.
What does that even mean, though?
Yeah, you don't have to go up to the elevator.
You get a bumper
with
sticker.
that extra $5, you'll have access to their inside sitting area with snacks, water, and sodas.
Oh boy,
that's worth $5. I'm not going to pay for a photo op.
How are you gonna want to sharpen your claws on me? And I don't.
I probably would get a photo up because I don't know how. It depends on what the cost, but I haven't got a picture with Wesley and Kathy yet. So.
Oh, that's all I ever do. That's why you've got to be there that way because I don't want to pay them again.
Because don't we get in the raft for the picture?
Yeah, I think so.
The photo op with Johnny Whitaker's $75.
Well, you know what? I was thinking I didn't want to do that, but they charge that anyway for a selfie. So, well, no, I don't know. Chips only charge $45 for their selfies.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But you know what? Dave Davies charged me like $80 for his book that he did sign his name on it for me, but I thought that's kind of steep for a book. But then I got to thinking that's what they charge anyway for a picture, for an 8x10. So that's not too bad.
So
it's not a bad deal.
So next week, Steve, we expect to see your picture with Holly Marie Combs on the show.
Yeah.
Me?
Oh yeah, have fun in Tampa, Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Hopefully.
Have you been there before at Tampa Bay?
Oh yeah, long time ago.
I guess you were there before me and Wendy went, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll see when. Oh yeah, I was there. I'm talking about years
That's
ago.
a big convention. That's a good one. That's Darren would have had that's where you could girl watch. When you get to those big ones, this was a kind of a sorry one we went to this time.
But
the only convention I ever went to is I went to StarCon in Denver one time.
Is that good?
But where?
StarCon in Denver.
Oh, that'd be. But back
in the 90s, early 90s, actually.
Wow, that's a long time ago. Wendy said I saw that there's going to be a Los Angeles Comic Con. I figured there'd be several there because they had Sid and Marty Krofft Comic Cons there, and that they had the Brady's there and stuff. That would have been one I'd have loved to have gone to.
Here's our newest addition to the family.
Oh, who's this?
Be more
That's
careful.
Ember.
Oh, hi, Ember.
Not tearing you to pieces like this.
When did you get that?
She showed up at my work when she was like 6 weeks old.
Well, I mean, when was this?
Now she's probably like 12, 13 weeks old.
Oh, okay. So pretty recently then, huh?
Yeah.
You have any other pets?
Comic-Con.
Yeah, I have 3 cats now.
Oh, wow.
I have 3 buttholes.
Oh, this one, number one, looks like she weighs about a pound. Actually weighs about 10. Is all over me, claws like crazy. I scratched the shit out of my hand. I'm afraid I'm going to get that cat scratch shit. I put some honey on it to disinfect it.
Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to turn into Ted Nugent.
So.
Become Ted Nugent.
Yeah, the LA Comic Con is October 30th through November 1st. And guess they're not going to tell me because the web design is bad.
You know what, Timmy?
What?
Nick Cage is going to be there?
Huh?
I will really start the plan if you want to go to Dragon Con next year for 2027.
I think it might be worth a look because, I mean, shoot, it's only an hour further than like Bartow from here. But we'd have to like get something at the Marriott, right in the middle of it.
A lot of D&D stuff at Dragon Con, darn.
Yeah, you'd love Dragon Con. That's fun.
Where's that at?
Atlanta.
Oh, I'm not going away from here.
So Lisa had said in a note today, she said, "And Captain, I salute thee. look out for Lucy because I'm sure she's looking out for you. And I look over and Lucy's in the hall in her bed giving me the side eye. Like, yeah. I thought it
the
was
LA
funny.
Comic-Con, we got Nick Cage is going to be there. And Hayden Christensen, Aaron Paul, Bob Odenkirk, Dean Norris, who was Uncle Hank from Baking Bad.
See, those are all people from new stuff. I mean, Nicolas
Of.
Cage, I kind of know of. The rest of them, I don't know.
Hey,
if I-
Christensen
Badly was
would
like
be
15 years ago now. And they got like two of the guys from Futurama, Billy West, who played the main guy, and somebody I've never heard of. And,
Well, Hayden Christensen's that guy that they took out that nice old man in the ghost scene of
the egg
of-
guy.
Yeah, and they put in that guy. That's all I can remember from him.
Yeah, there's just like a handful of people who I could recognize, and nobody had it except for Nick Cage. Of course, I'd like to get drunk with Nick Cage. I wouldn't really want to sit there and play patty cake for an autograph.
Now, does Lauren do any appearances?
Yeah, she at the Comic-Con with the booth. It says Lauren's got the picture of Tony behind her on the wall with the.
I have no idea.
You want to do it. You're a star. You're the producer of that show. You want to have your booth and give autographs.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, well, yeah. If people would pay me money, I'd do. If I can get people to pay me money, I could do all.
Or you could tell them you're Mr. Whipple from the Charmin commercials.
Yeah, there you go. People used to think I was Drew Carey.
Drew Carey.
And yeah, back when he had hair, we both. Had
Oh,
hair.
okay. A while back.
Only when I had a suit on, because when I had a suit on and he had a suit on, we both looked pretty close.
I don't know, Tony. Every time I go to TV on YouTube, there's always some woman that says, "Hi, Tony."
Yeah. And oh, who was the other one? I had a guy, because I was dressed up in a suit and all, kind of 40s style, and somebody said, "Oh, I look like the guy who said yes."
Oh, what was his name? I forget.
You'd have had to have a mustache, like one of those funny mustaches.
All right.
Well, fellas, I guess it's
All
about
right,
that
guys,
time.
I'm out of here too.
Well, thanks for showing up after your hard day of work, Gotshot.
Yeah, man, that was.
Right. Yep. It's time to get out of here and hand it back to the people who know.
I'm
what to
hoping
do.
Darren's healed from Saturday. I think I'm pretty much healed. Boy, I was sore when we got home.
bad.
God goodness.
That's
night,
the thing
everybody
with
in
me
Chatland.
too. If I was going to a Comic-Con or anything, the damn walking. I usually do about a mile a day, but it sounds like you're doing 4 or 5 or 10.
Well, that was
Pretty
a
much.
long walk from the truck to the place. It was really
Well,
They usually have a shuttle.
BartoCon is taking place in the Best Western lobby, so.
Okay.
Well,
the
which
one
ain't
in
going to
LA
be
is,
very
like,
big. Best Western.
well. Of course, it's not. They only got like 3 guests. I don't think I just want to
That's
see.
small. That's
I just
small.
want to see all you guys. I think it's more about just hanging out with friends than it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. I figured if I'd go, I'd get everybody else to go.
There you
So-
go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
I'll bring the
Right,
goop
night,
with me so
everybody.
I don't have to be
Night,
green
Wendy.
during our lunch.
Yeah.
All right.
Night.
See you, Wendy. See you, Lisa.
Lisa.
I'll see you,
thank you
Kendra, if
for
you're
having us,
there.
guys.
Take
Have a-
care, everybody.